feel like that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk up to any chick and be like, "No, never mind. I'm not going in this conversation anymore."
I would love to hear the answer to this.
We'll pick up an Asronical halfway across the ocean, apparently.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
He's just floating in the water. We're like, "How did you even get there? You were on the boat. You were on the boat. How did you get ahead of the boat in the water?"
Homebrew characters are weird, man. You just can't explain them. Are we live?
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
Good.
Hi, internet.
Are we
It's
dead?
D&D.
Again.
D&D After Dark.
Yes, where everything is whispered like ASMR.
No.
The
Out.
the views expressed by players herein are not necessarily representative of the entire party.
Yes, they are.
Oh, damn it! He beat me to it. I was gonna say all the views here are represented by all the players. I was gonna get the sentence all jumbled up. All the representations of the players' views.
Oh, I don't have enough coffee for this. Oh my god. So,
Same.
More coffee.
last time, on a very special episode of D&D,
As opposed to all the unspecial ones.
the crew managed to find a boat. So you're now sailing northward. This boat happens to be on its way to the city of Nisthay on the southern coast of the northern continent of Castelog.
Yay!
Let me whip this map out.
General direction is still heading toward Flint's hometown to see why everything went tits up. There's an interesting crew on board to include oh, the word fails me. A construct, but not like any you've ever seen before or in the Grey Circle archives or any of that ilk.
He's a shit cook, that's for sure.
Some apple pies were made. Some apple pies were shared. Some apple pies were shared with the ocean.
Yep, and now Will is... Yeah, Will is deeply saddened.
Yeah, we left a bunch of dead fish behind that tried to eat some of my apple pie.
There's just a weird kind of dead fish berg, like about 2 hours outside of port. No one's gonna really be able to explain.
When I see it, like as we're going by, right after we throw it in and they all like float to the top, I'm just like, look, they loved it so much they literally died.
Oh, hang on, I had a note. Hang on, where did I put my fucking note?
What is the name of this map for the sea?
Yeah. Hey,
you're looking for here.
Alright, there's 3 pages on the ding
route.
dong.
It's the very last one in images under new.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
There, it's in the chat. Yes, sir.
So when we last left off, you told me that there was some sort of presence or something I was feeling in the cargo hold.
That was a metaphor.
What?
Was it?
There was
No, but I'm getting
5-second silence right after you said that.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna get to that or not.
just
but
racking his brain. Yes, I'm getting there. Don't worry.
Okay. I made a note about that, and I just wanted to make sure that that you were gonna say something.
Sure.
Cool.
Yes, I'm catching up. We're almost there.
Go ahead.
You guys met interesting elements of the crew. Mostly the captain, due to personal interactions with Flint and Tony, having a nice conversation. Lucky had his own interaction. What else am I forgetting? Oh, and then there was this weird thing with Will at the very end. As Will went down into the cargo hold to sulk about his pie shenanigans at the end of the night there, you ran into a blind dwarf who was shuffling his way around. Introduced himself as the quartermaster, or if he didn't, then I'm going to retcon that.
He introduced himself as quartermaster because that's what I said he introduced himself as.
It's one of those weird, magic pencil eraser tricks. And Will found himself a dark corner to hang out in as the old dwarf kind of chuckled and wandered off to parts unknown. And this kind of, on top of the crushing feeling of your new friend, the construct Blaskin, having ruined your bakery attempts, you just kind of feel a much darker overall. It's like energy is being sapped from your core. Like you just feel this kind of hollow in your chest. Isn't really standing out too much, like holy crap, I just walked into like a death zone or something like that. But there's just this added weight that doesn't really seem to match up with your the opposite side of your happy-go-lucky nature when you're feeling sad.
Mm-hmm.
So TLDR, you feel darker than you think you should feel.
Okay. Is that something that I'm able to invest? Like, am I feeling that and I don't know why, or am I feeling like there's some sort of presence that has like come up, like I'm in the presence of something that's making me feel that way?
Would you like to roll an insight check?
I would like to roll an insight check. Will needs to know if he's emo or not.
Do I need to change my haircut, guys?
Yes. Is this a role you'd prefer in the tower?
Surprise me.
Surprise me.
We all wanted to know if you were being emo.
Well, he's about to tell me.
Well, I'll tell you, the only way you could have done worse is if you rolled a d4. So,
Oh, did I roll like a 1 + 4?
no, actually, you have an impressive insight bonus. But no, it doesn't like. It's just one more element in the downer at the end of your day. Right now, It's
Okay.
like, yeah, you feel crappier, but you're like, great. On top of already feeling upset about this, now I'm just kind of feeling really shitty in general.
Okay. Well,
So if
I guess I'm maybe sort of emo then.
up to you.
I'm just a little sad.
That's fair,
You know what?
that's
I'm
fair.
gonna take a nap and everything will be better in the morning.
Sure.
I vaguely remember me and the captain drinking and flipping coins of some sort.
Yeah, she had a specific lucky coin that she pulled out of a drawer in her desk.
Yes.
And you got good luck when she flipped the coin for you.
Hell yeah.
And I got good luck last night.
Yeah, important dice, all that stuff. Hmm.
Okay.
Is it a
There's
new
just going to
day?
be a list. There's going to be a list of names. Oh yeah, you should roll. Unless there's anything anybody else wants to do with their evening. So I'll leave that out there.
I guess.
During the long rest, I'm actually going to switch out my spell Spike Growth with Hold Person. That's all I'm doing.
Okie doke. Is that something you need me to do on your sheet, or you just...
No, I already did it. I just want to make sure you know.
Cheater. No, you're fine.
So
God, I
those
hope so.
bullshit rolls were one number different. It was an 11 instead of a 12 from the exact same thing I had.
Uh-oh, did I...
Oh, you scare someone away?
Oh, no, that was just Az leaving because his audio didn't work. Oh, I'm getting texts in multiple windows, that's why. Okay, so nothing anybody else wants to do, aside from swap some spells. Sure. So whoever wants to find their way down to the hold, the mid-level has all of the hammocks strung up across it. They pull those down in the midday, except for some that run along the sides for people sleeping in shifts. And you guys are able to find some open hammocks. There's not much like dividing up of the space. Bartholomew's got set up kind of in the back corner that he's kind of hung some blanket over a couple pegs on the upper beam, so he's got his own kind of half wall. Otherwise, it's just kind of a random smattering of sleeping bodies.
before we crash, I get everybody together and perform a ritual and cast water breathing. So if the ship sinks during the night, we won't drown.
Ah,
It
shit.
How long does that last?
24 hours.
Hey, real quick. do
Water
you
breathing's actually real good. I'm glad
Do
he
you-
did it, because that was something a spell I was going to trade up for and totally forgot.
Do you you don't happen to come find Will before you do this, do you?
Yeah, I need everybody together.
Okay. Will leave the cargo hold for a brief moment at his companion's request, and then he returns.
So are you sleeping in the cargo hold?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling like this dwarf is I don't know. I'm feeling a little off right now, and I just need to relax. I haven't I haven't been in nature for a while. I've kind of been out of my element, so I think I need some time to just like take a breather and like just think to myself.
Fair enough.
AFK for coffee while Nick monologues.
Okay, well, seeing as I have more time now, as a young boy.
Oh no.
I have to Tony puts a hand on his shoulder like, no, please don't. You'll be fine.
Yeah, no, Will is gonna take out some couple things that remind him of home, including his swords. He's gonna clean them and polish them and make sure they're all nice and taken care of. But he's gonna look at a couple of his personal items, and he's just gonna sort of like meditate for a little bit and try to become one with nature.
Okay. In that case, you guys all have a nice blessing of water breathing. That
Excellent.
isn't...
Use that when I'm in the water.
Yes. Components, yeah, no material components necessary. Cool. Or expensive ones. So the morning comes. You all have just decent sleep, no weird dreams, no bizarre audio cues. And as the sun comes in through the slats in the side of the boat and through the mesh on top of the upper deck, y'all can head back up with the rest of the crew as the captain is calling everyone together to see the miracle promised by our resident cleric here.
Oh yeah, because I was doing that.
So there's a couple long tables set out in the middle of the deck, and it seems like most hands, aside from Rasputin, who's still just kind of peeking over from the crow's nest way up, people have grabbed various stools around the tables that have been pulled up from below deck, and Captain Sarah is sitting at the end, nods to you, Tony, when you make it up from below deck, and right, so let's see what you can do for us here.
I do the thing.
And that's the night, folks. Thanks.
And nothing will
I'll
done.
We all do the thing.
See y'all next week.
I'm assuming you mean conjure food and water.
Yeah, because I'm trying to pull my stuff up.
No worries.
Because I was totally not ready.
See, that's what happens when you promise you'll do it next time. What's it? Create food and water, I think? Yeah, there it is. So, you've seen this cast before. It creates both food and water. So, usually it would behoove people to gather some containers together beforehand.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've seen it before. It makes food and water, because that's what it's called.
So, I would assume you'd suggest that they get
some
something
barrels.
together.
Yeah.
Sure. So the half elf who you talked to last night, who was pointing out all the nice glowing algae that was on the waves, he and an exact duplicate of himself run up with a couple barrels, and yeah, the table's already there. So you are able to use a... Ooh, that's a 3rd level spell. A 3rd level slot to... It's cast... Oh, it's only an action. Cool. So yeah, it doesn't even take that long. You just say the correct words, which I'm not a cleric, so I'm not sure what they are. And across the table, all of a sudden, like, these different spots, like along the center, start to glow white, like in the center of the wood, and then kind of bubble up briefly, and then you've got like
that one scene from Hook, where like the kids just like open their where Robin Williams has to basically like imagine there's food there and there's like a whole spread.
Yes, you're like, everyone close your eyes and think really hard.
And it's there.
But no, the light portions of the table kind of bubble up, and then as the bubble pops, these like piles of like rolls and some meats and cheeses and things all just kind of... It's like you're pushing a whole bunch of small objects up through the center of the table, so it's like spilling out as the pile continues to grow. And you've got a impressive spread out along the table, and then both the barrels are about 2/3 full, or 30 gallons-ish of water. And, you know, some, like, ooh, hey, kind of pops up around the table, and Flim and Flam are both just like... That's clapping, by the way. I know you can't tell. And, yeah, so... Bartholomew's even kind of, you know, his usual stoic pose that you've seen, the only pose that he seems to make if he's not throwing pies in the ocean. Standing back, he's actually given an impressive kind of bobbing head nod, like, And Sarah's just got a big smile on her face at the end, and she kind of winks at you, Tony. She's like, all right then, looks like we don't have to worry about heading back in the morning here, so folks, stow most of it, eat what you need. I'm sure she can do that again if we absolutely need it. Y'all are welcome to stay on the boat now.
I would sure hope so.
Well, yeah, that was going to be real unfriendly-like if that didn't work out, so...
Well,
that's
thank
fair.
you for letting us stay, and let me know if you need anything else.
Will do. So folks are chowing down. You see a group of about 5 deckhands. Some of the folks that had just jobbed on to the ship, they're in port. They're busting out some cups of dice. And some folks are putting money on the table. Flim is one of them. He's sitting with the group and he shouts to the crew. Yeah, any of you fancy a game? Try and wager some coin?
What did he pull out?
They've all got little cups of dice.
Oh, okay. Flint will...
Are there any
Watch
20-sided dice?
No, they're all d6s.
No.
Well, you can make a perception check.
I'm not there, so it doesn't matter.
Did you even come up?
No, I'm still down down below.
Yeah, so he's still moping. I'd be like, oh, I think someone could. I think I know someone who would want to join, and I go look for Will, so I can drag him out.
Get out of my room, Mom!
I'm back.
Oh, you were gone that whole time.
Yeah. She made
I figured
me...
Nick was still talking, so I took my time.
No, that was... Yes, and as he
And
just finished...
That's why.
Birds always fly south for the winter.
Wrecked him. I hardly knew her.
Just waiting for that, like, record scratch.
So,
Tony made food and water. Everyone's happy with that. Captain and her first mate are pretty impressed, all things being equal. And now there's a game of dice being set up at the end of the table. One of the deckhands that you guys have talked to a couple times was inviting anyone to come try and wager some coins, see if they got lucky.
Who's gonna get me?
Are you anteing up yourself?
His name is Lucky.
No, I said that. They didn't. Right, yes. But anyway. And then Tony said she knew somebody who might want to play and went down into the hold to see if she could find Will.
All right. Hey, when I got up this morning, how's I feeling?
How as I dive into your head, so that kind of dark hollow is still there. When you woke up, you had kind of slept off the funk from yesterday's going a little bit less than you planned, but there's still just kind of this hollow ache that you're feeling. You're not sure quite if it's because you didn't sleep in a bed, or any kind of setup that you're used to anyway, or if it's being out on the ocean.
I'm gonna keep meditating on it. I'm gonna try and discover where this feeling is coming from. If it's because this isn't something I've ever felt before, right? Is this like close enough to a feeling that I may have felt before that I wouldn't recognize a difference?
What would apply here? I'll let you roll an intelligence check.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Intelligence. Ooh, got a +0 in that.
Oh, that's really going to help. Just add that to the end.
There you go. Surprise me. How intelligent is Will?
That's not very surprising. No, you're really having a hard time kind of separating this out as, like, anything. You're not getting anything that comes to mind from previous experience or, like, any reading you might have done on, like, a self-help book. I'm sure you probably came across one of those at some point.
Yeah. So to be clear, it's like I don't think, based on my own intelligence and my insight check and all that, don't feel like there is something that there's something outside of my own, I guess, like mental state that I need to worry about.
No, nothing is really peeking in your radar as like something's definitely going on here. It's
Okay.
more like what I'm just in this weird mode or feeling this weird, off-putting depressiveness.
Okay.
So you're.
All right. Then
I would say that anything that you would kind of come up with to be like the solution to this would be like, I should, find something to improve my attitude or something like that.
okay. In which case, when Tony shows up, I agree to go with her.
Cool.
When you make it back.
Do we have to do this whole scene out, or we just
Nope,
gonna
nope.
skip over that?
No, I just liked the cool. That's all.
Dang.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I
I'm
ruin
just
it for
imagining
you?
she shows up and Will's like, okay, I'll come. She's like, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys make it up back up onto the deck. Tony points out that there was a crew of about 5 guys trying to get like a game of dice together. The half elf that's over there among a couple of the human looking sailor types is just waving you over when he sees Tony show back up. Gonna play?
I'll watch for now.
Will, were you gonna join up with him or?
What? Am I familiar with the game that they're playing?
No, but you can ask.
All right. Yeah.
If you go over and ask, Flim's gonna point out. Well, if you haven't played this one before, it's down the ranks. I don't know if maybe they call it something where you're from, but here, and he gives you an extra cup that has 5 dice in it. It says, everyone wagers in. I think the buy-in last time we played was about 10 gold apiece, and you turn the cup upside down, and everyone needs to have a 6 in their hand, and if they don't, they're out of the pot. And then for everyone left, you roll them again, and you're looking for a 5, and you make it all the way down to 1s. And if anyone's still left after that, you throw a dice out, and then you start around to the top.
What's the wager? Or what's the starting wager?
10 gold.
10 gold? You know what? Why not? Will's gonna jump in. Where's his inventory? 10 gold. All right, so I'll put myself at 800 because I had 8.
So with the 5 others there, you got 60 gold in the pot. Go ahead and roll 5d6.
5d6. Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so you stayed in that round. One of the guys to your left has fallen out already. Just kind of spits and like won last week, so whatever. And goes back to what he was doing. Grabs a piece of bread off the table before he goes. Go ahead and roll again. He's looking for a 5. You're still in. So the rest of the table all seems to match you. Go for a 4. Oh. Sorry.
Fudge
Big
it.
money.
Cheat. It's worth it.
It's only 60 gold.
So Flim just kind of gives you better luck next time, buddy. And the rest of them play through. One of the guys that you didn't speak with previously takes the pot and just kind of grins and goes back to his breakfast. So the...
Will eats an apple.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you have... Yeah, you have a lot of those. The rest of the day is yours to do with as you please. Not much is going to come across for most of the day there. It's just... You guys aren't, hired hands on the ship, so everyone's kind of going about their business, climbing up the sails to trim them as they need, taking care of some washing and general care of the ship. Otherwise, towards the latter half of the afternoon, you notice a fog start to roll in. And where's the party sheet? Sorry, guys.
We didn't start the party.
There it is.
It was always turning, but the world's been turning.
Nope, not that. Okay, go away. No, don't crash. Okay, good. It's not crashing. It's just slow. Passive. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Blaskin, you kind of notice the demeanor of the captain as you're moving around. Are you ever up on deck, or are you solely in the? Okay.
I have to make sure my lantern plants get sunlight every day.
Gotcha. So as you're collecting some sunlight in the afternoon, you
doing a photosynthesis.
You and the rest of the crew, wherever people are positioned, you pick up that out on the horizon. There's like the kind of uncommon marine layer building. Like usually you see this more close to shore, but you guys are out like a full day on this. I think it's 4 days from end to end.
You said it was
So-
shorter going through the middle.
So, okay, now I forget. I should have written down on the map itself how many days they were. It is shorter through the middle. No, sorry, 3. Anyway, you're a full day out into your 3-day voyage here, and this fog's hitting like in the late afternoon. So you notice the captain also kind of looks uncomfortable with it. Like this isn't something you're used to seeing.
It's also not usually something that would happen in like the middle of the day or late afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious.
But it just kind of settles in as the sun starts to go down. it's filtered through the fog layer. Notes, where'd they... Yep. Okay. No, don't drop that. But the night seems to settle in uneventful.
I guess.
I'm gonna go stand on the bridge of the ship, or on
If
the
it's
front,
gonna
at the
be,
bow.
You know, wavy and watery outside. I guess Flynn will explore the rest of the boat that he hasn't quite explored yet.
Okay. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Areas that he has not been to. I imagine there's literally just like that one floor like below, right?
So you give me just a general investigation check.
Yikes! I'm gonna walk off the boat.
It's more about
Yeah.
what you see.
All right.
Yeah, you roll a 1, and you roll a 1, and it's about what you don't see, and that's the edge of the boat. Goodbye.
You found the water. No, you just kind of, as you take a couple walks around the ship, taking more of it all in. It's a 2-masted ship. Rasputin's up in the crow's nest in the central mast, which is the highest one. Big red sails. There's a captain. There's some crew. There's 2 ballista equipped on the back deck that have a rack of heavy arrows next to each one of them. And when you wander back there, you just kind of hear a, "What you looking for back there?" come from like center deck.
Let's see here.
You already paid for passage. I don't mind if you shoot yourself, but I don't suggest it.
Oh, nothing in particular. Just trying not to be on the deck.
Well, I recommend not getting sick on those gears in the ballista, eh?
True.
Right.
Only third. It's pretty cool.
No, they're up on deck. It's not like you entered a room. They were just they're on they're like 2 rounded portions of the upper back deck.
Oh, like all the way on the back. Okay.
Yeah, it's like behind where the main wheel is. So then the middle floor is just like general crew space, and some boxes and things. And then the bottom floor, the actual cargo hold, you've got Borman just kind of leaning back in a chair in the corner at the bottom of the stairs. Looks like he's taking a nap. And then a whole bunch of different crates. So that's where they keep most of the stuff. And that's about all you see. Yep.
Nothing really.
Oh, and then there's the secret room with like all the demons and stuff. But
Oh my god! How have I not sensed this before?
yeah,
is that the will? Is that the will room? Is that Will's sleeping quarters?
Yes, completely decked out in Hot Topic paraphernalia.
Sounds like him.
Nice.
I don't exactly know what you're trying to say here, Nick.
Nothing. Nothing in particular.
All right.
Did I bump into anybody cool along the way? Get told to stay the fuck away from the guns.
Now you've met. What's the word I'm looking for? You had introductions with a fair portion of the crew when you guys first came on board. You at one point Jade asks you where, you know, that half-elf slept because he didn't see him in a hammock. But on your way back out of the cargo hold, you notice Borman kind of pick his head up and give you a wink with, you know, an eye that doesn't really work.
I will give him a wave.
He waves back.
Oh my god.
Your armor moves. Yeah, so you tour around the ship. You've seen all 3 decks. And that's the end of the first day of sailing.
Excellent.
Will, do you sleep in the cargo hold for a second day?
Yeah. He's still meditating.
Every night before we get to
Yes.
sleep, I'll renew the water breathing.
Yeah. Actually,
Gotcha.
Will, let me look. I don't know if this is a Will thing or not. Hang on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No. Yeah, no, that's not what I thought it was. Yeah, so Will's just he's gonna do his basically his nightly meditation. Again, he's gonna like take out like some of his belongings and kind of arrange them in sort of like not like a shrine or anything, but more so just like to have physical representations of things he's familiar with, and that's all he does.
Okay. Good to know. The next morning, you notice this.
I intend
Go
to
ahead.
sneak to the captain's quarters every night.
Every night.
Oh yeah, how does that go?
We yada yada that last time.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, was that roll for every night, or was that just for that night?
I don't have to play that. I'm just saying that's what his intentions are. And I've got invisibility learned as a spell,
Oh my god.
so I can get in and out without issues.
She
And I've got an 18 on my portent die.
yeah. No, she congratulates you on being particularly skilled at avoiding the rest of her crew and requests that you not use this for any other type of evil.
Not at all.
I would never.
The only one naughty thing I'm wanting to do.
How dare!
Okay, so this is another day has passed.
Yeah, you guys are all waking up from a second day.
Silly sleeping people.
Silly, not human.
That hurts.
Wait, that's like half of you.
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 9.
It's more than half of you. Okay. Will, since you're sleeping in the cargo hold, you probably noticed this before anybody else. I was going to say people seem to be wondering why Borman didn't come up for breakfast, but when you wake up, same weird feeling is there in your gut.
Again?
Yeah, still there.
The fuck?
All of
Right,
the meditation and you know attempts to change your behavior or your attitude just don't seem to be sticking.
All right, something's wrong here.
But
Maybe it wasn't just that shitty apple pie.
Yeah, I thought it was the apple pie, and I've become disconnected from. I've just been like in general, I've become disconnected. But
on your way out to see if you know maybe some fresh air or jumping in the ocean, hell, you don't know, might fix your mood. About halfway toward the stairs, you see to your right, Borman is on his knees facing a very tall statue that as you gather from pieces around it, looks like he actually broke out of its crate that had been sitting in the cargo collection. This thing's about 7 feet tall. Where did it go? There it is. It's got like a gold leaf pattern on the whole surface of it, but it's looks like an elven statue basically. The features are definitely elven, if not elongated even further. Like very long face, thin, but it's like a male's face. He's got like very tight hair pulled back because it was just easier to sculpt it that way. So very close to the skull, and then like fine robes are part of the detail of the structure or the sculpture. Mm-hmm. But Borman is really just kind of kneeling in front of this thing, staring straight at it, not moving.
And he did introduce himself as Quartermaster Borman. Is that like how
a combination of?
Does he want me to refer to him as Borman or as Quartermaster?
I don't think he cares.
Okay.
You've heard people refer to him with different titles
okay.
as folks interacted on the ship over the last day and a half.
You said it's morning, right?
Yes, it's first thing in the morning.
I'll kind of just play a little ignorant, and I'll just say, "Morning, Borman. How are you?"
He doesn't respond.
What
you do then?
Borman, that's a beautiful statue you have there. What is it of?
Completely silent.
Good talk, buddy.
I'm gonna step a little closer. I'd like to maybe kind of examine the statue a little bit.
Hold on, you called it beautiful before examining it? What the fuck?
I mean, like, further examine. I mean, listen, it's an elfin statue, okay? It's beautiful. Look at it.
As a dwarf, that offends me.
Actually, can I tell the craftsmanship of
besmirching
this
your
statue?
people, Garrett?
I'd like to know. Yeah, can I tell whose craftsmanship this is? Is this a dwarven like statue, a human statue, or an elven statue? Like, because clearly
dwarfs aren't real.
No, like clearly everybody makes their statues a little bit differently.
Clearly. You're not particularly
well versed.
I would say you aren't much of an archaeologist
or architect or sculptor.
I mean, there's a lot of things you aren't, let's be honest, but
yeah, I really am not a lot of things. I'm a man of many things and many not things.
You know what? You can, if you want to try rolling a history check with disadvantage.
History with disadvantage? Yeah, sure, why not?
See if there's any kind of a hint of anything you might know.
Yeah, let's see what I got. Anything familiar? Like, do I even recognize anything about the figure? Like, maybe it's a famous elf? I don't know.
You know, you've seen... It's nobody you recognize. You've seen other statues like this at least once in the forests south of Enhath here. It wasn't in any kind of established site. It was more like a small ruin.
Okay. So, like, I've seen these in ruins before. Do I remember any details about the ruins? Do I know anything about those or no?
It was just a settlement long before the city was founded.
Okay.
So it's, as far as anybody had bothered to look into it from your question, they were just like, oh yeah, we, some different, clans have lived and moved around in this area throughout history, but
okay.
That's not like a current active worship site or anything like that.
I'd like to get close enough and actually look at Borman's face, and like, I want to see what is going on, like what he's looking at, because he's blind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on there.
He's not looking at anything.
But I mean, like, is he staring straight ahead? Like, what's his facial expression? Like, is there emotion? Like, what's going on with Borman?
It's just bizarrely neutral. He's just like, he's breathing.
Touch him and he's dead.
Yeah. I'd like to kind of wave my hand in front of him just to be sure that he hasn't all of a sudden gained sight.
Well, he doesn't respond.
I snap
But-
my finger.
Nope.
I clap my hands.
Congratulations.
I gently nudge him and I say, "Borman, are you there?"
It's not like he's stone still. He gives a little bit,
Stoned.
but he's just
You were
It's
like,
like cat-
intent on bothering this man.
I know,
He's
he's-
about his business.
he's catatonic. You're not getting any
Okay.
response from him.
I would like to try and pick him up.
Oh my fucking god.
Is this actually what like a real person would do?
Listen,
Like,
if he
I
doesn't-
have to ask that question.
This is how he plays every video game. I'm sure.
He
I
really
gotta
does.
try everything. Listen, I
I'll
gotta try.
break it until it's fixed.
If you
Oh,
would've
don't
seen
make me
him
spit out my
playing,
coffee.
Like Pokemon or Breath of the Wild, he had to do everything first before doing anything else.
Oh yeah, I'm a completionist.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay, that's something that I might be able to do a little bit better.
Where's my combat music?
Do 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 do. Wait, that's
Benny
Pirates of
Hill
the Caribbean.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I'd like to start running around the cargo hold with like demon. Was it Borman? With,
Mhm.
like possessed Borman like floating behind me like Scooby Doo. But I want it like a Scooby Doo cartoon. Like I keep running back and forth between the boxes at different
Yep.
points.
Popping
Then at
up
one
and down
point-
out of the crates and whatever.
At one point, I'm chasing him.
You give it your best half elven shot, and he is too heavy.
Wow.
I mean, dead
But
weight.
does he respond to me trying to actually like physically lift him and move him from position?
No.
Okay.
I just kind of want Blaskin to walk in right at the moment that he's trying to pick him up.
Yeah,
I'm
I just hear his
gonna-
grunting sound.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
like,
try
I just-
I'm gonna try and cut him off from being able to see the statue by putting whatever side of the box that was taken off back on.
You're gonna interrupt this man's religious practices. He's gonna get really pissed off, and you're gonna be thrown way out
Yeah.
of the boat.
I'm not sure I even understand the point.
Now, there's something. Will's seen a lot of shit in the like out in the forests. He spent some time with the rangers, and he knows that there's some weird things out there. He's
Power
going to
Rangers.
I
try
mean,
to. He's
right
gonna put-
now, if you back up and look at the situation, the weird thing is you.
I'm gonna put, as I was saying, I'm going to find the side of the box that Borman took off, and I'm gonna put it back on.
Oh. So it's actually completely out of the box. It's not like just one side of the crate was
Oh
open.
shit! Can I? Ah, damn it! Is the crate still near? Like, is it close enough that I could just like push it back into the crate or something? Like, where is the crate?
It's on the ground behind it.
Oh, am I gonna have to like lift it and then place it gently back into the crate?
You can. If you try to move the statue, it's even heavier than the dwarf.
Shit. How the fuck did he do it then?
He's a dwarf.
God damn.
If you had
Is-
been
is
awake,
there a
maybe
tarp?
you'd know.
Is there a tarp around here or something that I can throw over it? I'm just trying to like break his connection with it or something.
You search through a couple crates, you find like a raggedy old tarp that probably has seen some things you don't want to know about, and you toss it over the statue. He still seems to just kind of be out of it.
All right,
So it's not like a visual link.
I'm out of ideas. Can I? Do I have any? Let's see. Do I have any spells or anything? I do not. I have
Just,
cure
just throw a
wounds.
cantrip at it. Throw a damaging cantrip. We'll see if that breaks him out of it.
I'll say at this point, everyone's noticed that both you and Borman haven't seemed to show up for
Yeah,
breakfast.
I'm gonna.
If that's the case, I am definitely gonna go investigate. because-
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like tap on Borman, and I'm just gonna be like, Borman, hey, Borman, or what's the planet we're on? What's the name of
Planet?
our world? Yeah, what's the name?
Orthala.
Orthal. I'll be like Orthala to Borman. Hello,
Oh my god.
are you there? Hey, Borman, you're kind of worrying me here, man. Or like, what are you looking at? there's something wrong with the statue? I'm not as well versed as you are, and you're a dwarf, so maybe
You
you've
get the
noticed.
same response as the last 5
Maybe
attempts.
you've noticed something that I haven't, but is there? Can I get you some? You want some food? You know what,
You hear
Borman?
about half of that,
gonna go get
Flint, as you come down the stairs.
Borman, I'm gonna get you something to eat, and maybe some. Maybe I'll just ask one of
William!
your crew. I'll turn to Flint. I'll be like, hey, hang on. As I was saying, Borman, I'm gonna get you some food. Just hang tight and don't go anywhere.
Who in the
And then
blazes?
I'm gonna go over to Flint. I'm gonna be like, hey, Borman's acting a little weird.
Who's Borman?
The quartermaster. He's the dwarf.
This is when
The one with
What?
the
No one-
eyes?
The
no
blind
one else sees him.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that too. I was like, he's hallucinating the whole time. This is the only person who's ever seen him.
No,
Listen,
unfortunately.
I look. So I say, okay, here, Flint, come here. Just maybe you can help me out here. I lead him over to Borman, and I just kind of like to show Flint. I tap Borman and I say, "Hey, Borman, you there, buddy?"
He does his usual statue impression.
That's
So
when we find out he's actually just asleep.
So I found him standing here staring at this statue, which wasn't here the other day, so he took it out of its crate, and he has not moved, he hasn't said a word, and honestly, I almost think, actually, is he breathing? Can I, like...
Yeah, he's just not responsive.
If it weren't for the fact that I can tell that he's still breathing, I would think that he was dead.
And I'm gonna point at the statue and be like, what is this? Is this
I-
yours?
No?
This is yours.
I mean, thank you for thinking that I would have such a remarkable piece in my collection, but no, it's not mine.
Do I recognize the statue at all?
Do you have? Well, no, you don't recognize like the caricature or any of the specifics of like who the subject is. That's what I'm looking for. You have a thing about stuff, though, don't you?
You're talking about the stone.
Yes.
You have to think about stuff doing things in places.
Stone
cunning. There we go.
Stone stuff. I'm really
Could he
disappointed.
do?
it's
Could he
not
do
called
like a
stone
religion
stuff.
check?
Oh yeah, there were. I also forgot to ask. There weren't any inscriptions on it, were there?
No, it's actually devoid of any kind of wording or descriptive runes or any of that. It's just the statue of the dude.
Interesting.
So there isn't like a crest of any specific location. Wow, your one of your features says "Talk to Brandon."
Yeah, it's because it's just fighting style written down, and I don't think fighting style is a fighting style type.
No, you pick one.
Yes, I know. That's why I was gonna remind myself to talk to you about it.
Oh yes, okay. I'm just like, why is this in caps? Oh, whatever. So
Anyway, yeah. So stone cunning doubles the my bonus when rolling history for the origin of stonework.
and you actually have a bonus in history. That's good. If you want to roll a history check to kind of check out this weirdness.
Sure.
So it
It's
doesn't
+4 instead.
right instead of +2. That didn't make that much of a difference, but you're still good.
Cool. Is,
It looks like it was created much more recently than the style would have you believe. So it's like someone made a much more recent version of an old style of statue.
Okay. And is there like, can I roll to see if there's religious implications or recognize any sort of religious influence on the statue?
I don't think you would detect anything specifically religion related. It's bizarrely devoid. I mean, you can see this without a roll. It doesn't actually have any specific symbolism on it.
Okay.
It's like one thing you've seen in various stoneworks, especially like back in your hometown when people create statues. There's either like an inscription at the bottom, or a date, or the crest of a specific family honoring this person. And this one's just like a vanilla dude.
Is it like a more like blank face? Is there like actual like detailed brought to the statue?
Yeah, I mean he's got all his facial features and stuff. It's
Okay. I'll try and detect evil on the statue.
How evil is a statue?
How evil is the statue?
Is that a spell
I
or
feel like if you have to ask that question, the answer is yes.
Is he a paladin?
How evil is the statue? Yes.
Yes, he's a paladin.
I've seen it as paladins just have it, and it is.
I
also
think
a
it's
spell,
under
I just don't
maybe
know.
divine sense.
Oh, divine sense. There we go. Presence of strong evil registration says like. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead. You. Let me see. Also detect. I mean, you don't detect any celestials, fiends, or undead.
Very, very. All right. Well, doesn't seem outright evil.
I guess there's not really, much more I can extract from this statue.
I honestly have no idea what's going on. I tried everything. I called his name.
Just in the middle, be like, go talk to somebody, not me.
Well, here, how about something clearly wrong here? So, what if we take him up top deck? Maybe have Tony look at him.
No,
Listen,
he's not our crew.
listen. Something's not right here, and I don't feel comfortable leaving him with this statue.
Does Flint feel any sort of like that?
Does Flint feel
negative
emo?
feeling? Yeah, dude. Do I have any?
Is he feeling
sort of
little Spider-Man
inclination
3?
that I'm feeling what Will is feeling?
Actually, yes, and it didn't hit you immediately, but you're. I mean, not to get meta here, but about this time in the back and forth and the investigation, you're just kind of feeling a little emotionally drained, which, I mean, you've got a lot on your plate right now, so it's hard for that to really come through strong.
It's fair. It's fair. I'm always emotionally drained when I'm involved with Will. And did you say it looked like he broke it out of a box?
I just point to the crate that's laying behind it and open.
Is the crate just like empty?
Yeah, there was some, like hay packed in around it so that it wouldn't, jostle, but
I'm gonna point at Will and be like, "With me," and I'm gonna start like hurrying up the stairs to the captain.
All right.
Find the
Yeah.
captain, at least.
I go with Flint.
You find the captain up. Just, I think she's been eating with the rest of the crew.
What's her name? Sarah.
Sarah.
Captain Sarah. I have a question about your quartermaster. Was it Borman? Borman.
Hi.
Does he often have moments where he kind of just loses?
Is catatonic.
Yeah, just like doesn't interact with the world around him.
Is he drunk?
Yeah, is he known to like lose his senses and become like a statue?
No, he actually, I mean, the reason he's still with us is because he's got very keen senses.
I'll be like, how often does he investigate the merchandise?
Well, that's how he keeps track.
By opening the crates?
Aye.
And,
Make sure none of it goes missing.
he's,
Yeah,
very
we
interested
found.
in this, piece of merchandise you got.
Yeah, he's
And,
unresponsive.
in a bad way.
That doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, I've been trying to get his.
Yeah, show me. She or like urges you to, lead on.
Yeah, let's
Follows
take her
you.
back
Yeah.
down.
Sorry. Yeah, follows you back down into the cargo hold.
I'll kind of like I'll like motion for her to like stay back just in case, not too far, but whatever. And then I'll go up and I'll kind of be like talking to him like normal voice. Borman, I brought the captain. She wanted to say hello, see how you're doing.
She just kind of walks up and pushes you back. Oi, barman. Kind of shoves him a bit. No, he's never done this before. Where's your Healy friend?
I'll fetch her. I'll run off and bring back Tony.
Hey, Captain. Do you have any idea what this piece of cargo is for or where it's from?
Well, it's for making us money. Taking it from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is we're dropping it off in this day. Who... I'd have to go check the log. I know someone... We picked it up not too long before we met you.
Hmm. Yeah, and since you've come down here, you haven't been feeling any negative or depressing energy, have you?
She just kind of looks at your face. I'm not sure how to answer that.
Well, you have to look deep inside your own soul. And you have to ask yourself a very serious question.
Am I emo?
How are you feeling?
Am I emo?
A bit skeptical and very confused.
Okay,
But-
well that's good. That's better than what I've been feeling.
Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, see, I've had the same feeling the last 2 days. I thought it was me, like honestly, and then I don't know, it never went away. And then this morning, I was thinking, okay, there's something is wrong.
Oh yeah,
And-
my quartermaster's in a stupor.
Well, that was before I found him, and then I found him, and I realized, okay, something is definitely wrong.
And then her phone went off.
Oh, was that a BlackBerry? Oh, I see. Those aren't in style where I come from anymore. We all have iPhones now.
Well, some of us can't keep up with technology.
Yeah, well, the Nokia was great. It was indestructible. Always survived a fight.
Anyway. She kind of runs her hand over the statue that's been unboxed. Yeah, that's a weird... We were paid a good amount to pick this up and then the rest of the payment on delivery.
On
Didn't
delivery.
seem very odd at time.
Like when you reach Nisthay or when you return to Mabernport?
No, when we deliver it to Nisthay, otherwise I wouldn't have put it on our boat. It was already in Mabernport.
Hmm.
That'd be a bit silly. Hi, would you like to take my statue for a sail and then bring it back here for me?
No, I'm never mind. I was referring for maybe like a confirmation of receipt in Nisthay.
No, the client for this particular delivery had arranged this. So one of their compatriots paid us in Mabernport, and then they were going. The person ordering this object was going to pay for the rest of it upon receipt. Where is that girl?
I'm sure Flint's just maybe having trouble finding her.
She
Or-
pulls like a little vial of what looks like smelling salts out from a pouch on the side of her belt and kind of waves it in front of Borman's nose. No reaction. Right, well, I'm going to cork that one back up.
Oh, I'm tempted to try some. This would be some funny stuff. If I walk down, I just have my own homemade porridge and put it in his mouth and see what happens.
God.
That'll be the backup plan.
So you guys
It's like if
want
that
to
doesn't get him out of it, nothing will.
It's the saltiest thing I've ever tasted.
Is it?
No amount of dark gods can make my cooking good.
Jesus. Did you say something, Mimi?
So were you guys looking for me? I spaced
Yes,
out.
Yes, I think Flint went to go find you.
I
Oh,
absolutely did.
And he found me. Ta-da!
Hey, and then she does the thing.
There's a lot of food and water now. There's like too much food and water now. It's all over the floor. Why would you do that?
Not that thing. I did another thing.
So when
So-
Flint brings you back, the captain kind of notices you come in. Like, can you? I've seen some weird catatonic states in my time healed by folks of your persuasion. Can you do anything for this one? He seems to be unresponsive. He's not dead. Breathing just fine.
Hmm. I mean, I can see what I can do. Can I cast Detect Evil and Good?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Finding that too, so I can be caught up here with you.
For the duration, you know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so all the undead under the boat you're not gonna see, but no.
Thank God.
So you cast the spell. Everything seems above board. Not a boat joke. Nothing is pinging as far as aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead.
Okay. Can I detect poison and disease upon this dude?
You could, but I would recommend, because you've seen people brought out of like coma-like states or concussed stupors before with restoration spells at the hall of whatever it was in Marsember. But if you want to detect the other one, you can certainly cast it.
I believe it's a ritual you can do too.
What would be like lesser restoration?
Mhm.
Because I want to see if there's like anything wrong, and if there's nothing wrong, I would just use like a restoration thing.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want to check for?
Poison or disease. Just for that.
You can do that as a ritual, so you don't have to waste a spell slot.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm back.
Oh yeah, it does say ritual.
What I miss?
Yeah, we're just continuing to poke the bear.
Okay, cool. Nothing happened with the bear. Tony didn't find anything wrong with him.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. You don't detect any poison or disease.
Can I do It would be, I mean, the only thing I could really do is cast Lesser Restoration.
Mhm.
Can I do that?
Okay. You release the spell. There's like a warm glow from your hand that kind of fades into his shoulder and then kind of across his chest. And you, his eyes don't uncloud because he's still blind. Hey, you cured that? No, I'm kidding. And
I mean, it
oh,
does
that's all it
say
took.
the condition can be blinded, so I mean, I can end that
I think that's
disease
a
or
different
condition.
blinded. But no, he does kind of gasp a bit, and well, thank God nobody gave me porridge.
I mean, they were close. You
Those are my
okay?
feelings. Let me hurt them.
Ooh, that was a weird one.
What happened?
Hi, Captain. And he kind of feels out around. I think I smell. That's the boy who's been sleeping down here. Oh, it's completely out. Oh, I was just checking the merchandise again. Like, and he looks really groggy now. He's like rubbing his face and stuff. Going over all the numbers. You know, doing my usual. And he's miming, like, reaching a hand in boxes and tapping around. And, opened up this one from the Mabram Port fella, and I don't remember much after that. Weird dreams, though.
What kind of weird dreams?
Oh, there was this dwarf hammering at an anvil, saying something about his son. No, that was only you. You know, like a fever dream, like it keeps happening over and over again. But I was, like, caught in some kind of whirlpool. It's very dark. Which, you know, was kind of normal, but... Ooh. Yeah, I'd rather be rid of this one soon, Captain. Are we, How long was I out? It's just this morning. If you did this, you were up on top of the deck yesterday for a while, so... We were just missing you at breakfast. There's still breakfast, by the way. Okay, I'd put that back in the box, and I'll just stay away from that one. I don't want to know. The captain just kind of looks around at everybody and looks back at the box, and...
I'll help.
I'm gonna go check the ledger. See where he might have brought that one from. Learn a bit more, maybe. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like it on my boat, but I'd like it a lot more if I got paid for it at this point. So, and she kind of heads back up. You assume to her quarters. Flint, you and Borman have an easy enough time. Kind of, he hands you like a pair of gloves, and puts them on himself. It's like, I don't like these. I feel like I can't see anymore. Anyway, tell me if I'm close. And he picks it up and goes like 90 degrees the wrong way.
I'll fucking jerk him right in the direction.
As a fun little sequence of events later, you have it back in the box.
Benny Hill theme plays, we run in circles around the boat.
Damn it! I was really hoping you were going to say that. Like an hour from now, somebody else walks down in there, and there's like 6 people now praying at this fucking statue.
Everybody.
Blaskin just walks down there. He's like, "Fucking organics."
Just shuts the door and walks away.
Like, I'm not dealing with this.
Does the Homer walk back through the doorway?
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, so you guys leave it in the crate. He puts the lid over it kind of lightly, because the nails that were used to put it in place are kind of scattered across the floor. So he's just like, just leave it there. Takes off the gloves and kind of wanders his way back to the stairs. If anyone's looking for Lucky, he's tied a rope around his waist and the other end to the railing of the back of the boat. Cast Fly on himself is letting the boat pull him along.
Um,
A couple minutes into this, Lucky, Flim saw you, kind of looked all excited, ran down and got his twin brother and pulls him back up. His brother's kind of rubbing some sleep out of his eyes, and they're both just like marveling at you, like, you know, leaning back with their hands crossed or their arms crossed. Huh. Yeah, that's a good one. And they do like a little golf clap to each other and to you.
Parasailing.
Rasputin up in the crow's nest is kind of crouched really low and he's just staring at you. So a short time later, Sarah comes and finds you, Will. And I assume she can just kind of round up Flint and
Wait, who finds Will?
the captain.
Oh, okay.
And Borman as well, and she kind of has a hush, couple of questions with Borman, and then she comes and says, "Neither of you have ever dealt with anyone by the last name of Braun, have you? Bron.
I'm gonna guess not.
Have I ever
I've
heard?
lived in a dwarven village for like 99% of my adult life.
Nope, it's a name nobody nor none of you recognize.
Okay, I've never heard of it during my travels.
Nope.
Cool.
That's a weird one. All I really know is that the lady paying at the other end up in Nisthe goes by the name of Tevesa Braun. But otherwise, there's not really much information to go on. I'm just gonna hope we can sail quickly and offload this.
Did they give a description? Like any details about the item?
That they wanted it, and they were paying a lot of money for it.
All right.
It looks like it came out of a... where is it? The fella in Neighboring Port said it was found in some ruins to the west of Ember Falls, which is the town you know of because what was in your... it was the town you helped save. Was it the fire, I think?
Wait, this was taken from a ruin?
This was picked up from ruins to the west of Ember Falls, which is in your neck of the woods.
And I didn't know anything about those ruins, right?
No.
I don't remember anything. Like, I didn't learn anything when I was there.
This isn't the same one. So this isn't the exact same location that you had seen it in before.
Okay. But I mean, like, nobody ever told me, like, oh, those ruins are haunted or anything like that.
It was just like it looked. I mean, this looked similar to one you had come across before, but it wasn't. It wasn't any kind of monumental event, or it's just like, oh, it looks like, you know, a settlement that was left a long time ago. It had some interesting statuary that kind of looked like this.
Yeah. Will doesn't really, he doesn't say anything, but something just feels unnatural to him. Can't quite figure out what it is.
Wait, is Will telling us that he's emo right now?
No, the best way to describe it is that Will feels like something has almost like upset the natural balance, but he's not sure what it is. He doesn't know whether it's his own emotion or his own mental state, or if it's something emanating from either somebody else around him or something else around him. But the only thing he understands is that there is something that is just unnatural. He doesn't know what it is, though.
Lucky, while you're enjoying your parasailing trip, at one point you look behind the boat and notice there is like a higher concentration of some like diving birds that are coming down close to the water. Well, doing their diving thing. Than you would expect, and you can see there's like, it's not huge clumps, but there's just like dead fish floating in the wake of the ship, like scattered here and there.
Sorry, I threw my porridge off the side again.
Okay, whenever because my spell only lasts an hour, so when I come back down, I'll talk to some of whatever the closest ship crew is, and like, is it common for you to have all these dead fish following you?
Well, I haven't been on this boat very long, but the last two I sailed, no. Unless someone's, dumping foulness into the water. Yeah, I heard about some kind of creepy apple pie thing on this boat. I didn't ask. But no, that's not normal. Did you do something?
No, I just noticed it while I was up there flying around.
Yeah, that's not normal either. But no, that's, yeah, that's weird. I think I'm gonna switch boats when we get to this day.
Can I pray to my god?
What?
Can I pray to my god?
Whenever you want to. This is a Christian Minecraft server.
I'm gonna go tell the captain about it too. And ask
Yeah,
her.
I want to. Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, that's all I was gonna do. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanna pray to Saloon. I wanna ask her for guidance.
Is that a thing you can do, like,
I don't know.
mechanically?
It depends on what you want to do. Clerics at
No,
10th level
I just want
can
to
actually petition
I wanna
their
just
god
pray.
for divine intervention.
No, I don't want an intervention. I want to ask Saloon a question and see if she
No one
answers.
wants an intervention.
That would be like augury.
So I'd like to take out. I actually have something in my inventory. I have a wooden star-shaped necklace that was given to me from someone that I saved during my many travels, and I'd like to take it out. I'd like
As
to
he
hold
types it into his inventory.
No, I already had it.
Hang on, don't look at it yet. Okay, now look.
No, it's under my personality traits. Actually, I don't know why it's there. But so I
Oh, you got that in your background.
yeah, yeah. This was before we even started.
Got that 40-page backstory.
So let's get it right. It's only 39 pages. So
I got that weeaboo background.
I take out the star and I hold it between my hands and I pray and I just say, Saloon, my path has become distorted. My feeling with nature and with the world around me is muddled. Give me a sign or give me guidance to help me return to the path that I must walk. And I'll just wait like a minute or two and see if I feel anything different.
You hear your busy tone.
Yeah, I hear the busy tone. Sorry, this number has disconnected.
New god, who dis?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tamara. I was trying to reach Saloon. Do you have her new number?
I
Tell
told
you
you not to call this number ever again.
I know she has a new area code, but
give me a persuasion roll.
okay.
You can put, like several character background things, but do them Mad Lib style so people can fill them out.
An old stuffed blank,
That holds
a
up
wooden
now.
blank-shaped necklace.
Nope. Don't forget the leather quiver that has a painting of a serene mountain scene on it.
Wow. I mean, I know you didn't type any of this in because it's in the background packages, but... so you kind of search inward What you do notice is a gallstone. Now, you
I have diabetes. I knew it.
Beatus.
you
Diabetes.
don't feel that bizarre hollowness in yourself anymore.
I don't feel it within myself.
Yeah, like that weird emotional drain that you had seems to not be currently like stuck on you.
Is there anything else I'm feeling?
Hungry?
Okay. I will assume that the path that she wishes for me to walk is the path to food. Then.
Yeah, you just don't get a very clear sense. You kind of take in, because a lot of times, like when you have sought guidance and you were taught to like try and listen to the answers based on how nature responded to your presence.
Yeah.
And the best you can, you try and dig for any kind of meaning in everything that's just kind of, you listen to the wind and the waves and some of the birds following behind the ship. And it just all seems kind of chaotic.
Like bad chaotic.
Like directionless. Like they're
But
sometimes in the past you've found like I'm not quite sure which way to go, like literally logistically. Like I'm lost out here or something. Like I'm trying to find a place, and the patterns in what you sensed around you seemed to open to a certain direction.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, it's just like you think maybe okay. No way, it keeps shifting. So it's just kind of like it's a dog chasing its tail. You're not really getting anything or going anywhere.
Well, I'll put the wooden star-shaped necklace on. I'm gonna wear it for a little bit, and I'm gonna just maybe after eating just meditate on the deck and just try to like take in my surroundings, because the way you described it as chaotic is a little concerning to Will, who finds that nature, as chaotic as she may be, always has some sort of balance. And I'm going to basically just try and meditate on it and try and find the balance in all the chaos.
And you say you're wearing a star-shaped pendant?
Yeah, it's
how many points?
It's carved out of wood. Ooh.
Is it an 8-pointed one?
I don't know. I'm going to say it's 5. It's a 5-pointed star.
Okay, we're safe from heresy.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Hang on. Does Saloon... I'll tell you what. Does Saloon happen to have a certain number of points on her stars?
Brandon knew where I was going with that.
He was asking if you're wearing
Chaos
a chaos
undivided.
star.
A pair of eyes surrounded by 7 stars is her symbol. So maybe 7. Maybe it's actually 7 points for 7 stars.
Almost heretical.
Yeah. So we'll say wooden 7 point. I'm gonna add that 7-point star-shaped necklace.
What does the captain say when I tell her about the fish? Show her or whatever.
She follows you back out onto the deck and just kind of scans until she can see some examples of what you were catching
If she
from up
needs
high.
it, I can like cast fly on her if she needs to get up.
I'm perfectly fine staying on the deck, all things being equal. This day's just getting weirder and weirder.
So this isn't normal.
No, I mean,
It's a bad portent.
we've definitely killed some fish with some of Blaskin's cooking before. But,
Say the day's getting weirder. What else has happened?
well, then there was our quartermaster who decided to hold himself a little ritual in front of one of the statues we're carrying. Took
What was
your,
weird about that?
I mean, the sentence I just delivered didn't seem weird to you.
Well, lots of people pray rituals in front of statues. Why would that be?
That's fair. No, he doesn't. Especially not that one, because we just picked it up. And he didn't know what he was doing either. Wouldn't respond until
Do
we
you care
got
if I
your
look
cleric
at it?
friend. You're welcome to look, but I wouldn't touch it. According to him, that's how this all started.
If they show me where it's at, I'll go down there and spend 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic. Search the area, especially the statue.
You cast 10 minutes detect.
Oh shit.
Oh god!
Yeah, it's falling off the side of the ship and
Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
god!
Actually, now I wanted to just say something to Bradley real quick. I was reading, I was rereading up on Saloon, just to make sure I was like up to date. Turns out one of her favorite animals is owls.
Nice.
So I'm gonna assume that that means that the owl that Will has been
It
seeing.
just totally solidifies that this is specialty.
I believe that this owl is the manifestation of Salem.
You're like sacrilegiously punking him.
Oh, that's so good.
That's awesome. We'll just say Lucky knew that, and that's why he did it.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Where is the owl? Will wants to talk to the owl now.
It's probably been hanging up, actually, because I was thinking about this earlier, up near the crow's nest, so that every once in a while I can warg into it and then look through its bird vision to see far away, just to check things out, either out of boredom
Okay.
or just because I want to.
Can Will ask the captain to go up top to meditate with the owl?
Yes, Will can ask. No, so if you get the strangest looks from her on more than one occasion between the pie. Well, no, she wasn't there for the pie. That's right. The her first mate was. She just kind of gives a slow. Sure.
When I'm not having it sit up there for me to look, I'll have it like be near Will or anything like that, or if he gives a call, just like, hey, be buddies with him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go sit up. I'm gonna go climb up to the top in the crow's nest, sit with the owl, and like meditate.
Yep. So you climb up, you get a weird look and like a shaky crossbow kind of pointed at you from Rasputin up there in the nest. Not the best smelling place to be near. Dude doesn't leave much, but
That's okay.
you just kind of get I've got my eye on you.
You're not a cat, are you?
No, you would have done something bad by now if you were a cat. Crazy sideways walking freak show.
It sounds like he's more confused with a crab.
So anything
Well-
magic?
No, you do not detect any magic around the statue.
Anywhere else in the ship, like in the hold?
So some of the items on your friends light up. You can peek in some of the crates because they've been opened a couple times as Borman's just kind of keeping track of stuff. It's largely like a lumber cargo shipment. So there isn't like... Nothing else pings, so you assume they don't have like, magic items stored underneath like a top layer or anything.
Okay, so I'm just kind of guessing here. I can't do it myself until tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna go get Tony. Tony, would you come down here and help me with something?
no.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this doesn't seem to be magical. I think it could be cursed. Do you think you could pray over it and remove it? See if you could remove a curse from it.
Remove a curse.
It's a 3rd level spell for you. I have it too. I just have to memorize it in the morning.
Sure, I can. Give me like a minute.
Be right back.
Bye.
Yay, burbs.
Just to make sure, while she's prepping that, I'm going to cast Dispel Magic too on the statue, just in case maybe something's hiding its aura.
Okay, so
The dispel seems to just kind of glance off it, like it doesn't have a reaction. As in, it doesn't feel like it dispelled anything.
Right. It's a precaution.
Sure.
So I cast Remove Curse.
You cast.
I do that.
Do the thing!
Yeah!
All curses affecting the creature. Spell breaks so much humans. Discarded. Okay. You feel like you cast the spell correctly. I think that's your second. No, your third level was yesterday. Oh, jeez, phone.
You should have 2 third level.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. She cast a third level yesterday for making the food, but she's
Those are
fine
also
today.
rituals.
Oh, the create food and water's a ritual one too? Okay.
Yep.
1 second, answering a message here. Regardless, it again, you get this similar sense that like, you know, you went to wash something away from this with the curse removal, and it like was a non-reaction. Like there didn't seem to be anything to cleanse. But you're pretty good and convinced that it's not a cursed object anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Create isn't. It's detect food poisons and stuff. I was thinking of. Or purify food and drink.
Oh, okay.
So no, she would have to spend a third level slot for the food.
But again, that was yesterday, so we're fine. Yep. So you've bleached it. You've detect magicked it.
Bleached it.
And like, I mean, I did already detect evil. Oh no, did I detect evil?
Yeah, you did that
Mhm.
earlier.
And then detected poison or disease, and I mean, even though I was doing it more towards the dude, I mean, it would have pinged
Yeah, it would have
the
been an area.
statue
You'd
as well.
have picked it up from anything around.
I guess just the only thing we can do right now is just kind of stay away from whatever this thing is.
If this is the problem, just precaution.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit down for a moment and meditate. And as I do so, I'm gonna warg into the owl and have it fly around and check to see if there's more dead fish still coming up from behind us.
As you scan with the fish, it just seems to be like not a constant stream, but you can spot one or two still showing up over time.
It's either the statue's a red herring or there's something else.
Has anyone bothered to check to see if the bad feelings are coming from the statue, or are we just convinced that it's the statue?
Well, yeah, because I haven't been down here yet. Do I get any kind of odd feelings?
Slowly.
Yeah, what about me? Am I starting to feel the emo?
Yeah, the longer you're down here, you just kind of feel uneasy.
And is it uneasy as in like I'm nervous, as in
It's like a weird
like
anxiety, the like pit of your stomach, emptiness, like things feel off.
and is it like, I mean, I know I'm getting technical, but is it like off in a way as in like I feel down in a way as in like I don't feel good about myself and like self-detrimental thoughts, or is it more like I feel like something's gonna happen?
It's nothing directed at
Or
yourself. It's just like
Mhm.
a general malaise.
It's a melancholy kind of vibe? Or...
Mhm.
But it's just the longer we stay, the stronger the sense feels.
Yeah, it just kind of settles in. It's not like it's constantly building and things just get worse and worse.
Okay. But like, I mean, you did say that the longer we get there, like, I mean, it did get more, but it just settled in more. Kind
Mhm.
of.
as
Go
you
hang
spent
out.
time down here,
If
But-
we're hanging at the other end of the cargo hold, does it lessen, stay the same, get stronger?
it takes a minute, but if you stay in that area but get like as far away on that deck of the ship as you can, just testing the range on this
Right.
thing, it does seem to be a little bit better when you put some distance between you and the object.
I guess me and Lucky are just like testing this out.
You're like holding up a ghost detector and like, okay, how about over here?
Writing notes. We have our own detective group.
Yeah, comparing notes. Here, you detect magic. Maybe mine's not working.
Did you notice anything strange besides the fish when you were doing your...
Everything until somebody said something about this. It was just a normal day. I was just screwing around and then noticed all the dead fish, and that seemed odd. That's why I asked the captain and said that that's not normal.
Hmm. I think just for now we need to keep up the caution with not just this statue, because I mean, for all we know, I mean, this statue's coming back clean, but it might not be the statue at all. It could just be something in the area, but I'm pretty sure the captain wouldn't let us just go through the cargo.
What if it's something under the ship?
Under as in like under where we are now, or actually
Yeah.
literally under?
Wait a minute.
Let's go tie a rope to me. I'll go look.
Sorry.
I mean, you did cast that one
Yeah, I've got water breathing.
breathing. I mean, we could.
Want to go too?
I think I'll be okay. I think I'll stay up here. God damn it, I'm trying to.
Okay. So I'm gonna get a bunch of ropes to tie together and tie on near the front of the ship, and then I'm gonna jump in because the drag is gonna pull me back down and under, and I'm gonna see if I can see anything.
Okay, I'll hold on to the rope, I guess, and just give it a tug.
So before you jump over, you get a couple folks coming up, just try to figure out what exactly you're doing. One older, weathered, one older weathered dude is like, "You're really gonna keel haul yourself?"
Has that fog that we talked about gone away at all from from the other day?
It was gone in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what you call it. Yeah, get me underneath the bottom. I want to go from front to back, or actually the back area where we feel the dread, that kind of area.
You gonna line your pockets with something, otherwise you're gonna float right up into the keel, and you're not gonna like that.
Sure, give me something heavy.
He goes and finds like some I don't know, chain links or something.
I want to be cut apart by barnacles.
Yeah, basically. Just to make sure that you float a little lower. They toss some extra rope ahead. Basically, they just set up a thing where they could pull you along underneath, so that you're not just, because if you didn't use enough rope, you'd just float up into it anyway. And then he just kind of shakes his head, shrugs, and gives you the go-ahead.
I just like get to the side and I smile real big, and then just like step off the side.
And because I'm pretty sure Tony can't lift up a whole person out of the ocean.
Not with
So-
that attitude.
I'm also a tiny person too. I'm a halfling, remember?
Yeah, I remembered that. So I'm like, so maybe she could, but you know, just in case, like, she asked Will to stay around.
He's 3'2", 48 pounds.
Oh man,
I think that's my daughter's height
I was about to
and
say
weight.
that. She's
she's
48
half my
pounds
height.
tall.
My God, that's disgusting.
No, so they've set up a system where there's already a rope that's kind of run under, and they've fished it back up on the other end.
Yeah, like a leader to
So
pull me up.
yeah, there'll be a way to bring him back out.
Okay.
But as you're just stepping off the side there, Lucky, you just hear the old guy saying, "Captain, they paid, right?"
Yeah, and before I do that, I'm going to spend 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as well.
Okay. You have an interesting, brief voyage under the sea. Able to breathe just fine. It just feels a little colder, and it's always a little odd when you end up breathing liquids. Nothing really stands out. It's a really cool view of the ship that not many people check out. And the light's still coming in from like a late afternoon sun, so other than that, you don't see, like, there isn't a hull, there isn't anything attached aside from regular barnacles.
When I get kind of close to that area, do I start feeling that melancholy again?
I mean, you'd have to, like, halt yourself. If you just pass by, nothing really registers.
Okay.
I'll just say for the purposes of this, you experiment a little bit and kind of halt yourself on the rope. To the concern of some of the people waiting to pull you up, and it does start to feel that same. In addition to the weird anxiety of like being under a boat sailing through the ocean right now in like open water, there's also the same feeling that you're kind of searching for at this point, trying to feel it out.
Okay.
So you do detect it again.
Then as I notice the large sharks approaching, I'll get everybody to bring me back up.
Mm-hmm. Get all the chum out of your pockets.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong chains. So, yeah,
I am the chum.
you get another like light golf clap from the twins. Oh yeah, there's another good one.
I don't see anything under there, but the sunlight coming through the water was awesome. It was quite beautiful.
The captain, you catch a comment from. She wasn't right there up on the deck where you were pulled back up. She was a little lower by the doors to her cabin, but you just hear her mentioning to the first mate, like, "He's got to be the strangest bedfellow I've ever." What? Nothing.
So nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing.
I mean,
but
you.
I hope myself about the area, I think that is, and start getting that weird feeling again. There's definitely something in there. Did I happen to notice any fish die while I was under there? Or?
There wasn't any specific, like, lightning bolt event or just some of the.
About barnacles in that area, was it like clean of them or anything?
No, the surface still looked about normal. There wasn't like a big, empty patch or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's nothing there. I'm out of ideas. It has to be the statue or something.
As the afternoon wears on, a similar fog to the day before starts to roll back in as the sun gets lower. And you start to hear some of the crew murmuring, like, "This is definitely out of the ordinary, bad signs, got to get this ship to port." This is, a couple of them even start to, like, give you guys a serious eye. Like,
Is it us? Is it our smell?
at one point, Bartholomew, as he's walking by Averist, he just kind of peeks into the armor a bit. You sure you're not another construct? I told you bad luck with two of you. And the little dwarf inside just kind of gives him a wave, a shrug. Apparently his microphone isn't working inside the armor, so...
He reaches his little hand out. So it's more. So is the fog's getting worse, right?
It just kind of rolled in again, very out of the ordinary, strange time of day. The same time today as it did yesterday.
And we've been scouting it with a fish and a flying person, right? As I am to understand.
You have a flying / amphibious halfling who's been doing a lot of reconnaissance for you.
Excellent.
Put him in the air, put him under the water, whatever.
He can do everything.
The creaking of the background track in this keeps weirding me out because it sounds like someone's opening my door.
Somebody is opening and closing the door.
I just keep going, what?
It's those damn kids.
I'm gonna ask the captain how particularly unusual this is, or if she's not around.
Yeah, you can find her. It's easy enough.
Alright.
Very particularly.
Is there? You ever seen anything like this before?
It's the clockwork that really has me worried. Yeah. I've seen weird weather patterns, but not something that shows up twice at the same time, 2 days apart. Well, except if you're close to the coast, then you'll get the marine layer about the same time, but this is not, and I mean, we're out in open ocean. We're halfway across more so, across the Tessamere.
Any other sailors ever talk about weather like this?
Oh, you get plenty of tall tales. But nothing specific. I mean, this is new to me. Completely.
What was the dwarf's name? Beginning with a B.
Borman.
Borman. I'll ask him. You said Borman. So tapped into the arcane a little bit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Ask that again.
He's familiar with the arcane. Yeah.
No, he's got really heightened senses.
Oh. Okay.
And a good mind for numbers. So he keeps good track of everything we have on board, makes sure everything goes off what came on.
Alright. Well, I'll leave the reconnaissance to the flying man. And, I'll go...
That's probably the strangest sentence I've heard in quite a while.
It feels strange saying it.
Yeah, it looked like it was hard to deliver there.
I'm gonna give everything a once over. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna
keep a weather eye on the boat and make sure nothing else goes all query.
I'm gonna go find Blaskin.
Search around for a little bit, find the
How hard is it to find a man with like trees growing out of lanterns?
Not very hard because I'm literally on the bow of the ship. I am just looking out into this fog like, what the hell is this?
I'm gonna walk up next to him and be like, how long have you been out to sea, Tin
About
Man?
about 3 years.
3 years, huh? Yeah,
I mean-
never seen any weather like this.
Nope. That's why I'm kind of out here. I'm making sure that we're not about to hit a rock or some shit.
Isn't that what the guy up there's for?
Yeah, but he has to sleep.
I'm awake. Don't take my job.
Oh my god! I finally found something worse than a cat. It's the robot
The
revolution.
robots are taking our gerbs.
My god, it's in every reality. The robots are fucking taking our jobs.
How good are your senses through all this fog?
Skin.
That's a weird question. Like,
Can you
I can
see
see as
better
far
than
as
me?
I can see as far as anybody else can, I'm sure. Maybe a little bit farther.
You don't have special Tin Man eyes?
I mean, I guess I could theoretically turn into a hawk or something and look out.
What can you offer us in these shitty times?
Well, as I'm sure you may have noticed, I'm a man of the vine.
I?
I'm not sure what you're asking. What can I offer you? You're
Cultural
offering...
differences.
Yeah. What can I offer you? I mean, passage?
Is there anything you can see that we can't?
I mean, I know a couple spells that help me see stuff.
You wanna try some of those out?
On what?
The fog?
Oh, I can't. Oh, no, it doesn't go that far. I'm sorry, dude. I'm talking like, I know, fairy fire, it's like 10 feet.
Eh!
Sorry, 20-foot cube.
I'm still laughing. At, you want to look at some stuff? I've got things
Well, I
I can
certainly
show
don't
you.
want to be blind.
Sorry.
What was everybody doing in the cargo hold earlier? Y'all having a little party down there, or?
Yeah, we're having a party.
Orman
I'm invited.
was a little preoccupied with the statue.
Well, that doesn't sound like him.
Yeah, that seems to be the only agreeable thing about it.
What's going on with
Yeah.
the statue?
I don't fucking know a thing. It's back in the box now.
Okay.
Would you like to look at it?
I
With
mean,
your
I guess I don't really
special
have anything.
eyes?
I don't really have anything else going on. Sure.
Great. Well, I guess we'll head off together to see Borbin.
I find him downstairs, back sitting in his corner.
Okay, I thought he was going to be praying to the statue again.
Damn it, Boardman!
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Like, as soon as we stop looking, he's possessed again.
Borman, no!
Unfortunately,
He's dead now. His
He's
blood's
little-
all over. It's in runes and sigils. It's crazy.
he's been flayed alive. Nope, he's keeping a wary distance now and enjoying being fully in his faculties again.
Aye, Boorman.
Aye.
This Tin Man wants to look at the statue.
I'm not all
I don't
tin.
know that there's much tin on him. There's lots of wood.
It's oh, smells like shit to me.
Wow, rude.
Wow, rude.
We're just being me and Borman right here, just like, wow, this guy's really rude. How can I even smell? I don't sweat.
What can I help you? Oh, you
Blast
said
him.
you wanted to look at the...
The statue.
The box is over there, but again, don't touch it.
Are you doing all right, Borman? You just
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
I'll walk up to where the box with the statues in, open the box, and I'm actually gonna cast Fairy Fire,
Okay.
just for fun.
Nothing new that was previously invisible shows up.
Is there actually anything else in the cargo hold that shows up with Fairy Fire?
No.
Okay, I didn't
Unfortunately,
think there would be, but I thought
this
it could
cargo shipment was pretty boring. It's one of the first times you've seen a load of lumber being transported up to the northern continent, though.
And I assume since no one else identified anything on this statue, I probably wouldn't know either.
You can roll an investigation check.
with your sweet eyeballs.
What do your elven eyes see? Oh wait, that won't work.
Oh, that's intelligent.
I've got this pair of elven eyes in here.
Yeah. It's a trinket around my necklace. I wear them like binoculars.
In the center of this 8-pointed star. Skills tab, dice block. There you go. So you see like a at the base of the statue, because it's laid back in. It's on its back now. Along the base of the statue, you do see what looks like a small seam in the.
Oh, so it can be opened. That's what it sounds like to me, at least.
At the base of the statue, you don't see any kind of like hinge. You just see like the gold leaf, the pattern that covers all of the surface. Just has like a thin line break, and you see like a duller metal underneath.
This sounds like drug smuggling. Just saying, from a real life perspective, it sounds like something drug smugglers would use. They would hide it in a statue and then give it a place where they could break it open.
Well,
so it doesn't look like there's a way I could get this open without breaking the whole thing apart, right?
Yeah, with that investigation roll, you didn't see any other kind of hinge or like latch, any kind of mechanism where it looks like it's intended to open and close.
Let me check something real fast. Nope, I don't have any spells that would help me do anything with that either.
I can already tell you it's not evil. Because I gave it...
Well...
I used my one gimmick, okay?
Are you sure that that spell could detect something that was evil on the inside of it?
I mean, I believe it would. It would detect the... Speaking from outside of the world context, it would detect, you know, stuff in an area around me immediately.
Okay. So it wouldn't... It's not limited by, like, line of sight or anything?
I don't believe it is.
Okay. Nope, that's what I got. I don't know what to tell you. I guess I'll point out the fact that there's a seam, and just kind of like.
Will my sweet background in knowing about rocks and stuff help me with that seam?
Roll an investigation check on that.
God damn it! Nope.
You pick at some of the gold around the line with a tool because you were told not to touch it. And it does flake away. It looks like a very thin layer of gold. And it's a dull sheen that you're somewhat familiar with. The metal right underneath the gold layer is a lead structure.
So underneath the gold is lead, like
Mm-hmm.
like almost like something they would use to make a container.
Mm-hmm.
See, I choose to believe at this point that detect good and evil is like Superman's X-ray vision. He can't look through lead. That's my headcanon now.
As you guys are investigating this, you hear from the top of the stairs, "Blaskin, we need you up here. Approaching the shoals."
Sure thing, Bartholomew. I'm gonna rush the stairs.
I like how he says my full
Daddy,
name.
no.
What? I mean, everyone else has always called him Bartholomew. Why? I haven't heard anyone
I
else say
loved your
anything.
enthusiasm with it. Okay, that was my thing.
Oh,
Actually, not a lot of people refer to him at all. They just take orders.
oh.
Please don't kill me.
Hey,
I mean-
great and wise DM.
Hmm?
Have
Who
during
are
my
you talking
time,
The great and wise DM.
yeah,
Is
the
there
great
another
and
one?
wise DM.
We have none of those here.
Okay. Hey, yo, dumbass.
Yo!
Has
That's what DM
in,
stands for, dumbass.
in my time up here meditating, have I found any natural balance in all the chaos around us?
You're a little bit better at balancing on the mast that you're on.
All right, that's cool. By the way, you said there's birds everywhere, right? Like there's birds like diving and like getting all these fish.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck are these birds flying from? Are they landing on the ship to rest, or are they fucking flying?
Seagulls can fly off for days, man, on the currents.
Some, like,
These don't
follow
sound like
ships.
seagulls though.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah,
They
it's
sound like Pelipper.
All right.
It's Pellstorm.
Oh
You know,
my
you're-
God, there's
you-
so many
you just don't have
I
that much
seen
experience with seabirds, so
Well, I've
it's all
been-
new
that
for
are
you.
also Pokemon.
Now, has the number of birds increased or decreased or anything?
It's more than usual.
Like, are there?
No.
Okay, so
It's not like something's progressively building in this regard. It's just like you're collecting this weird set of events around you. But as you are up so high, you also do see approaching, because this isn't like pea soup fog. It's like haze that limits really far distance, so to speak, and then just kind of clings low on the water.
Like 100 feet away from the boat. Just
Yeah,
thick
so-
fog.
It's like the view distance in a game. Things just stop rendering after a certain distance, or start to fade out. But you do. You're one of the first people to notice there are different like groups of birds off where you guys are approaching, and as you also hear Bartholomew calling down to get some extra hands up on the deck. He's rounding people up to kind of take point and different stations. Some folks are grabbing ropes because they're heading in to. You can see like little breaks in the water as you guys start to get closer. There's like coral structures that have come really close due to the shallows. So every now and then some like rough shapes break the surface. Not moving around, just like it's almost like you're approaching rocks, but everything's just sitting like right below water level.
okay.
I say to the owl, while holding my my necklace, I say, Saloon, may you guide me true. Or actually, no, sorry, I say, Saloon, may you guide us true.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check. Huh. Okay. So as different folks are gathering hands on the main deck and preparing, one of you, or one of the twins, as he rushes by when you guys are coming up the stairs, mentions, we're pulling into the shoals here, so we need everybody. And I know you're not, very experienced sailors. Some of you, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to many of you. But we need some extra eyes on deck just to make sure, because this is kind of fun, but it's also kind of risky. We're going to be pulling it through some pretty tight passages here. Everybody needs to help spot coral and shallows and sandbars and yeah. Anyway, bye. And continues on.
Would it help if we could be out there to help pull us along with rope? Would it be safer?
Pull it along?
Yeah.
With what source? Like what? You only weigh 48 pounds.
With his body.
Hang on, I smile like, Tony, here's what we can do. I've heard the clergy can allow groups of people to like walk upon the water.
What?
Cast water walking as a ritual.
I can do all sorts of stuff, can I? Well, I had to step away from my desk, so yeah, I'll start working on that. I guess.
Up to 10 willing creatures for 1 hour. And she could spend 20 minutes to get 20 people. And you could tie ropes onto the boat and have people walking outside to help pull it along like a tug. I could even cast Phantasmal, my Phantom Steed before then, so it could be on the water and use a horse to help tug it too. At any tight points.
Okay. Interesting. So here's what's going to happen and how that impacts it. We're looking at a couple skill checks to get this ship through the tighter passages of the shoals here. I was going to ask how you guys wanted to try and impact those, because we're working with the base skills of the actual crew and then whatever you guys thought you could bring to the table. So if you've got folks actually like figuring out how to pull against the traction of the surface of the water, since they can water walk, which is a weird thought. What you basically earn there then is that all the DCs for the checks have been knocked down, because you've got that additional effort the entire way.
Be scouting up further to look for coral and help them maneuver if that works.
Can she? What level is that?
3rd level.
Water.
She can do it as a ritual. She can literally spend 20 minutes and have 20 people that can do this. So crew and everything. While she's doing that, I'll also be doing water breathing on all the crew as well.
Okay. I'm just okay. It's not concentration. Wait, this is up to 10.
Right. But it's a ritual, so she can spend an extra 10 minutes, do another set of 10. So she can take 20 minutes, if need be, if the captain thinks that many extra crew to be off the ship to help. Otherwise, she could just do 10 people.
Yeah, so I'd say the added benefit of being able to pull on the ship without like a really massive source of I'm just gonna back up and start this over. She okays like maybe 5 spotters to help adjust because she still needs the hands on the actual ship since most of the propulsion is still coming from the sails. And she wants folks inside as well, watching for damage to the ship, or to be able to patch any leaks if they run, across something. So just the way the crew's been scattered, you've got like 5 spotters out there with ropes that you guys can hit with the spell, or if any of you want to be out there as well, to help pull it through. Which will, drop the DC of the skill checks. So will you ask for some prayer assistance? And then Tony's got water walking on folks.
I got water breathing if they need it. They shouldn't, but if something attacked or something like that.
So that was going to be, let me check what the DCs that I set for this initially. So I can modify them that way. Okay, so the channel's pretty wide. You can see kind of the different coral structures come close enough to the surface you can see them under the water, but you've got maybe 4 ships worth of width for a while as you're going through the central channel. It does come up to the first kind of narrow point where, the captain's calling out orders and having people trim just a little bit here and there, and then calls down to the folks that have run out with ropes. Certainly the strangest way she's ever pulled this through. And yeah, that helps everything squeak through just fine. No damage, no scraping. One of the guys that's pulling a rope kind of trips on a bit of a mast that's sticking up out of the water from a ship that didn't make it through. It's about, 20 minutes of kind of tense sailing, waiting for the next one. These folks are walking along side the ship, but it's another kind of wider passage for a while.
Now there's ships that haven't made it through here that have sunk.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask the captain, do they ever recover like the cargo from these ships that sink?
It's more of a hassle.
Not with me around. You want to make some extra money?
I'm particularly keen to be getting this weirdness off the boat. How long are you talking?
I don't know how long it takes, but I can make your men breathe the water. We can dive down there and get whatever loot's on these sunken ships.
It's tempting.
Now that you say money,
I don't want to lose the daylight. I'll give you half an hour. Are you... Well, I'll just ask...
10 people, so I can take all of us and 5 extra of her crew.
In that case, just for the sake of not making everything take forever, since I've already wasted a lot of time on that earlier.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You can take a crew down to a nearby, like, pretty damaged ship, but it's not too deep because it again ran into the shoals and broke apart a bit. A lot of the contents are pretty deteriorated at this point, just from being in open ocean. But there is a chest of coin, like 2,000, we'll say. Gold, not platinum. Sorry.
Dang.
2,000 platinum. All right, we're retiring.
2,000 gold, and then like some fairly rusted swords that were in like a nicer display chest or case next to it.
Nothing related with magic.
Not on that one, no. But for figuring that whole situation out, she'll give you guys half. Or at least she puts that forward.
I was thinking maybe a 60-40 since it was my idea and my abilities to help us get that.
She goes back and forth with you a bit on it, with the whole, like, you know, if we just leave you here, then you're going to have a hard time using those abilities to get all the way home. But roll a persuasion check.
Here sucks because I don't have any like high portents for the day.
Yeah, I know.
Can I help him get?
If you jump in on the God, I can't think of the word.
So give me get advantage if he.
Yeah,
helps.
you can give advantage if you're in the discussion,
I will
the deliberations there.
do exactly that.
And
She'll meet
if
you
I
at
roll the 1, I get to re-roll that as a half one.
You didn't roll a 1, don't worry. She'll
just
meet you at
rolled
like 55 instead of 50.
Or 55-45.
Yeah. So party has what 4,000 plus. Yeah,
I'll just write it into the. So, was it?
Just
it
put
was
in
2,000
the,
gold total.
So what,
Put it in the
1100
party sheet. Then it will automatically. Then you can divide it out evenly.
I think that's 1,200. Am I doing the math right?
Well, 50 would be
That's right.
1,000. So we're getting
Right.
5% more of 2,000.
1,100.
So,
What was that? 50.
1,100.
Yay, math. Can't do it. 1
We've
o'clock.
got 1,700.
In the party sheet? Oh, that's right, because you guys had other leftover from the
And my
discount they gave for making food.
Yep.
Cool. They.
well, now where are you putting that?
I have it in the bag of holding.
That's fine. I'm saying if you put it in the party sheet, then it can divide it out for how much each person has.
The little icon with the eye and the 3 heads.
That's for you
Like
to put in
the
there.
letter I.
We can't do that.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
Don't give in to his ridiculous demands. They're gonna spend it on apples and sausages.
Well,
Apple sausages.
yes. It's like the pin pineapple apple pin song. It's apple,
No.
apple sausage, apple pin, apple pin, apple sausage.
I'm afraid of where this is gonna go. So
Apple pin.
suddenly,
Apple
Will is in combat.
Pen. Sausage pen. Sausage pen.
He just keeps taking damage, guys. I don't know how to stop
What
it.
happened?
I've never seen so much blood.
Shark's got him.
I didn't know there was that
over
much
and over
blood
again.
behind a single person.
I know. So yeah, you guys. It takes about a half hour because it's not that deep down, and
That's all
it's
the
pretty
time we
easy to
had
search
allotted.
through. Yep. Funny how that worked out. It was awesome. So then you guys come to the second choke point. You've still got the folks helping with the ropes. That it gets really close at one point, but you manage to get through that without any damage to the ship as well, without losing any folks on the assist. And then Tony needs to re-up her spell to keep the spotters out there, because it's about another 40 minutes of sailing before the final the final crossing or spot that the captain's aware of out here with the chart she's using. And does anybody else have anything they want to use to maybe help either spotting or protecting, or any way you want to assist?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Unless there's evil afoot.
You
Yeah,
can
I
make sure the
log
ocean
into
isn't
my-
evil.
My owl and like have it up high, like scanning the area.
Okay. Roll a perception check with your owl stat. I assume you can do that, right? You would, if you're warged through your owl, it would be the owl's perception.
Yeah, I think it gets hang on, advantage on checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay. So then you'd get to roll that at advantage. Okay, so unfortunately the surface is pretty choppy in this area. The ship does take a fair chunk of damage on the left side as it's trying to squeak through. It's just one of those things where everyone thought they were on the same page. It looked good, and then oh shit, nobody noticed that this was sitting right below because it was the same color as the water or something like that.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
so it doesn't, the ship doesn't start sinking, but you do hear just a horrible scraping sound that kind of shakes everyone on the deck a bit, and you hear the captain kind of sending 2 or 3 folks, pick up some materials, you know the drill, that kind of thing.
Easier to repair
And
when
they-
you walk on the water too.
She thanks you for pointing that out, and calls out to one of the folks that's been on a rope, and just tells him to get his ass over to the side of the ship and help from the other side. So they just kind of... It's a little awkward as they poke their head under the water. They're also able to walk on to spot specific damage. But that gets patched up, and as you're starting to lose the last of the daylight, the rest of the channel kind of widens out through the shoals, and all the folks that have been on spotter detail climb back up their ropes. Everyone's back on the deck, and as the folks are pulling the last of their ropes up, you hear Rasputin up at the crow's nest. Captain, something else is moving. As he's finishing that sentence, 3 or 4 very heavy barnacle-covered hooks get launched up from the surface of the water at various angles, and come crashing down, either breaking parts of the deck or grabbing onto the railing. One grabs a dude who immediately gets pulled over instead with a scream.
No!
And just this random chaos starts to erupt around the ship.
Wait, who's the guy that just got pulled over?
He's
Johnny
one of the folks
Unlucky.
Yeah. He was one of the no-name NPCs that you guys picked up in the port before you left. This was his first
okay.
job.
Well,
He's a choppy.
we're definitely not going to tell his family what happened to him because I'm not being held responsible for that.
Did he have water walking on?
I like the idea he had a water walking on, so that when the hook drags him over the edge, he slams into the water like a
Exactly.
fucking wall.
Keep pulling on it. Just keep yanking and drag the hook through. And
Yeah, it's actually like way worse to die like that than just drowning.
but did he have water breathing?
Oh, holy cow, that's hilarious.
It's like when
Well-
well, says, you can't kill me.
Unfortunately, the hook was also in his torso, so I don't necessarily. Yeah, he'll be able to breathe
If it
underwater.
wasn't drowning or breathing underwater, it was probably the barnacle-covered hook that went through him.
No, he'll be fine.
That happened to me
Fine.
last
This
week.
is
I'm
fine.
fine now. All right.
I'll just wrap it in the
Spit on it and rub some-
anime bandages, right? Just lots of
Let's put
bandages.
some gauze on there. He'll be cool.
No,
He can
so
make we've got spare the dying, right? Technically, as long as he makes his death saves, he's okay.
you hear Bartholomew starting to immediately like shout very angry orders left and right, like no, get that shit off the boat, and sending he sends a couple of the guys back to the ballista as you start to see like these. Will, are you still like way up top?
Yeah, Will has this whole time he's been meditating.
Your meditative reverie has been broken by the fact that like these thick corded, they almost look like seaweed, but like much denser ropes with like massive barnacled hooks on the end have been like thrown up from the sides of this causeway through the shoals out of the water,
Do I see any enemies?
Well, as once these are hooked on, you then start to see like this dark blue, scaly skin of what looks like fish people, starting to like scramble along these lines.
I always knew my Murloc hatred was justified.
All right. I would like to draw my swords and run down the fucking mast.
Okay,
Can I?
that's
Am I able to get to the side of the boat while these people are climbing?
like you're trying to get to the rail.
Yeah, like I kind of have this idea. Like if I can beat them to the rail, I might be able to hold some of them off.
You can certainly try. So this would be where I would have you all roll initiative.
Okay.
But also let me give you a visual here.
So they're coming up from all sides of the boat.
It's okay. I'm just gonna get things. I'm gonna give you guys a visual intro here, but it's already one here, which means it's 3 there. So we can pick this up from right here next time.
This is the
I'm
perfect
not tired.
timing.
Let's keep
All
this
right.
party rolling.
You're playing everybody, Bradley.
It's just a hot
No,
one,
I'm still
probably.
here.
I
I'm here.
refuse to leave. God damn it!
If Emily falls asleep, I'll play her.
Where did the map go?
It'll be simple. Keep her near Will to keep healing him.
Wow. I want some blessings. Damn it!
I
Share.
cast bless, and then I'll do healing, and then that's it.
Woo!
Ooh, that's nice. Man, have I ever felt inadequate before. You know what, I'm gonna stop trying to make
It's a
maps
nice
at this
pair of
point.
balls.
I'm done. You know what? I'm just gonna describe everything from now on, and nobody gets maps anymore.
Nobody gets maps.
Yeah, I just
Have you used Reddit to find maps?
I have not.
There's some I saw recently in one of the map making subreddits. Somebody, a group of people made like the inside of a Tarrasque.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking gigantic. There's like, I swear, there's like 20 rooms in that thing.
Is that the one
and-
that looks like it's all like made out of guts and stuff?
Yeah.
I actually have about 70 maps, but none of them work for Dungeons and Dragons because they're all like Shadowrun themed.
One's a bar.
That's my favorite one. That's why it ends up in every Shadowrun game we do, Garrett.
Hell yeah.
Because that's like the
Was it?
perfect bar.
Oops, not
Careful, there's hazards.
So these are just where the hooks have embedded.
I can't see the map because I'm in bed.
Yeah, you closed the app. It's okay. So
Good
there's
job,
a
Adam.
really
I mean,
there's a really crappy looking drawn boat, and that's about it.
Watch this.
What do you mean crappy drawn boat? Fuck you. This is an amazing boat. If you say this is a crappy boat one more time, I'm gonna fucking drive over to your house.
That's a threat.
That is a threat. But I didn't finish it.
That's just all he's gonna do. He's gonna drive.
No, I'm gonna drive over to your house and show you a good time.
I'm gonna show you what a real boat looks like.
Motorboat you.
That'll show him.
I'll kiss you
Here,
to death.
so I am concerned.
I bet you kiss
Log
girls.
on Twitch in your phone, and then you can see the map.
I could,
Oh.
but that takes effort.
Players.
Not really.
Hey,
All
shut
the
up.
things
She
that
has to move
take
her
effort.
fingers at that point. She can't just lay there not holding the phone.
Oh,
So
no.
oh yeah, and I'm,
I'm
missing
popping
half.
bubble.
Aw,
Leave me
you
alone.
jerk.
You say you're popping bubble wrap?
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I do that every day.
Oh, that sounds like the dream job.
I work at
Cool.
FedEx.
Yeah, he's a deliver. He unloads trucks and shit. You guys
Oh,
spent
you-
the last 3 weeks telling me how shitty his job was.
Aw,
I love
thought,
working 60-hour weeks.
I thought you just got, good pay, right?
I mean, yeah, it's decent.
Okay. That's,
In the general chat is that gigantic Tarask map.
Oh.
So where would folks have been at this point? Will, you're up on the mast.
Yeah, whichever one has the
Trying to-
crow's nest on it. I'm
So
assuming the
I'm gonna
front one.
say, I just put you like right on the pole there.
Pole dancer.
Uh-huh. He's sliding down the pole.
Actually, I'm running because I can walk on fucking any vertical. And actually, can I even walk upside down?
Yeah.
Any surface that your feet can be on.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can walk on. I can walk.
That
on
means you
anything.
can walk on spikes.
Wait, can I walk on water? There's some spiders that can walk on water. Can I walk on water with these shoes?
No.
Damn it!
But Emily can make you. Or Tony can.
Not unless you can express your chakra through your feet and into the water.
Okay. No, just through my sheer fucking will and hatred, I'm just gonna like float into space. I'm just gonna basically say fuck gravity so many times. Gravity, let's go of me.
But you could actually just walk out on the end of like a sail and like shoot down from there.
He doesn't shoot, he has swords.
Oh, he's
I
It
do.
doesn't matter how many
do
arrows
have
I
a
give
bow.
him.
I do have a. No, I actually do have a bow. I just don't use it very often.
That was the joke.
That was the first thing you used when I joined. You shot the fucking construct with entangling shot.
Yes.
And then you were just like, fucking whatever, I'll never do that again.
Yeah. Well, I do more because the thing is, I'm a ranger that's trained in dual wielding, so I just get more attacks and.
I
in
thought you were
general-
going to tell me you were trained in holding hands.
Yes, that too.
He prefers the wet work.
Okay, so how do I?
I probably would have been somewhere on the deck, maybe near
Okay.
Tony or something.
I'm on the bow. That's where I like to hang out.
You're just doing the Titanic thing.
Yeah. Just trying to feel alive, man, with my robot heart.
Good luck with that, chump.
Whenever my character's feeling a little too good, our paladin rolls up to me. He's like, "You're not really alive." I'm like, "Oh." Every time, I'm like slightly feeling good about myself.
What else? Let's see. I've got Averist on there. I've got Will and Blaskin.
It's like
and
6
Tony
a.m. every single
Lucky.
morning, and he walks up and he's
Can I
like,
be
"Your daily
alive?
reminder that you're not alive."
What
Can I
about
be, like
me?
right there?
Absolutely not, Lucky. That's not allowed. That's illegal.
Scar is playing MTG right now, Garrett.
Fuck 'em.
Am I forgetting anybody else?
Were you aware that Twitch lets you zoom in on magic cards?
Yes.
You're there. You're there.
That's so cool.
Yeah. A lot of card games have made switch mods to make it easier to tell what's going on.
How many players do we have?
Pretty
1,
sweet.
2, 3, 4, 5. Why do I feel like I'm missing one?
Because
Oh,
you're
you can
missing
actually click on the
best
graveyards,
dwarf
too.
paladin of all time.
Oh, you're on the share, but you're not. Yeah. Where was Flint?
Um,
You can be below decks too, by the way.
nah, I'd probably. Well, I mean, until somebody gives me a reason, I was probably helping them pull stuff out of the water, so I'm probably on the edge of the boat. On the side.
There. Like that.
What was I macking on this pole over here?
And I am gonna need initiative rolls.
Initiative.
Oh, yes. Initiative. Something else that Will can roll shit at. Yep, there it is.
Can someone roll for me, please?
Right, I've got your
Yeah,
character.
you should do it for her.
Hell yeah.
Make it a good one.
It was a 13.
How do I roll initiative?
It's
Oh,
on the
so-
main page in the middle between AC and speed.
Just grab it straight out of that
cool.
box.
You double
Drop it
click
in
it
the-
or drag it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, give me that dank ass 5.
Everybody.
Laskin's
Nope,
not even
Avarice
sure what's
doesn't have
happening. He
one.
saw the hooks come up and he's like, oh, that's okay.
Fucking whatever.
Yeah. I guess that's a thing that can happen.
The guy who was unfortunate enough to be pulled off by a hook was kind of close to you, so. Whoops.
Got some-
He's dead and he's like, all right,
Laskin's
cool. That Laskin's sitting there. He's like, well, that's more money for the rest of us.
He's just like, yeah, that happens. I mean, I can't remember the last time that happened, but I'm sure it's happened before.
All right, now I just.
No
have
one
to
told
drop-
us we were driving into Davy Jones territory.
That's Blaskin's like second thought.
Where
Like
is the
before
thing I'm looking for?
immediate action, he's like, fucking these guys.
Yeah, watch the guy get pulled off into the depths, and I'm just like, scrub. Know your place, trash.
Okay.
Only scrubs get pulled overboard.
I swear, somebody better take me on an adventure through this Tarrasque's colon.
That's funny because we're going to the Tarrasque's colon in my next adventure.
That's just a shitty thing to do.
Oh my god.
Is that where that tower's coming out of? The Tarrasques?
That's kind of far up there.
I mean, I don't see any exits on this thing.
I think that thing may have killed the Trask because it's like off the stomach through its flesh. Just
Yeah, it fucking is. It's the entirety of the tower. It's just
Okay,
a
how do
giant
I-
missile.
it must be that one. That lung is dying there.
There's.
Yeah, that would be a bad time to be a lung.
You know what? I need to.
Wouldn't it be
unmask
nice?
a thing. Sorry.
Speaking of the exits, I'm pretty sure the things at the bottom are turds and bladder. There's an anchor down there too with and there's some cannons.
There's like a broken statue in one of them.
I like how the anchor's running all the way through the turds.
And is that right? Yes. Okay. I think we're good. So you saw a couple things. There. That one's still climbing. That one's still climbing. So.
The Tarrasque task of Maureen Trask.
What the fuck? Nope.
Yeah, there were 27 people that worked on that map.
So those are climbing at the start of the initiative roll here, as well as a much bigger one there. And yeah, he speaks a language that none of you speak, so yeah.
What a butthole.
You hear some like bubbly, guttural kind of sounds being shouted from the
He doesn't
larger one.
speak common.
You're in the middle of the ocean. Nobody speaks common.
First of all, I'm offended.
But common is just common.
He brings up a good point, Brandon.
Except when you don't live in the common area.
I mean, water seems pretty common if you ask me.
Yeah.
What if
Makes
what
sense
they
that he's
speak is
everywhere.
common and we don't?
Huh. Yeah. How do they not understand common?
Deep thoughts, guys. So starting at the top of the initiative order apparently is Lucky.
Nice.
That fucking savage.
Holy shit. 14 is the best that anybody did?
Yeah, I'm gonna step up one.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
And can I see the big one out there?
I'm sure you hear the noises.
Yeah, you can hear that he's making, motion out there, but the reason the rest of them are lit up is that some folks are all the way to the rail, and Will's coming down the mast so he can see them from his vantage point.
I can't see
Oh.
any of them.
I forgot this guy. You don't have visual on them yet. Not from where you're standing, because you're at the center of the deck.
Okay, then I'm going to. I'm gonna hold a flame bolt for the first one I see that pop its head up.
Sure. Which is going to be this big one. Let's see, speed 30.
Oh, that was almost a 20. I saw it pop up.
Nice. So as he throws himself up up and over the deck along this rope, he immediately takes a set of fire bolts to the chest from a pretty short distance there, actually. That was most of his movement to actually get up and over. So can
Tony's
he...
turn.
All of those are melee.
Who's on deck?
Who's on first?
Literally everybody that's not Avarice.
Avarice was down below deck with some of the hands that were ready to do repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else that you can see in the moment.
How many people can I cast Bless on?
Depends on what level you
Yeah,
cast
I
the
believe
spell
its
at.
base is 4.
And you were casting Water Walk as a ritual, so that hasn't burned any of your spell slots for the day yet.
BRB.
Okay.
This is still the same day when we started when I was flying around, right?
Yes.
Okay. It means I got no
But is
third
it-
levels.
So then it would be the same day that... Would it be the same day that I did my...
You
The
spent
big question
one
is
third
this
level.
Second or the third
Okay,
day?
you remove curse.
This is the end of the second day.
Okay. So this is the same day you made food.
No.
And
She made...
Oh yeah, they did that as a ritual. So yeah. And it's
Oh, so I'm not counting the day you guys actually set out, because it was already getting close to the end of that day. So you had 3 full days of sailing ahead of you past that evening. So basically she made food the morning of the first full day of travel. and then we're on the second full day of travel.
Okay. So I think this would be the different day than when he was flying around.
No.
I mean, I guess he's been doing
No,
it.
he was flying and he did the keel hauling and
Yeah, that was
the
first thing this
investigation.
morning.
It was a busy day.
Okay. It's a busy day.
I'm
Can I
just
say-
checking something really quick. Yeah.
So I guess I would like to cast Bless on. I don't know how far everyone is from me. I can't tell. I'd have to go back to my desk. Let me see how much my phone is charged. Charged enough. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna get back to my desk. It's almost like taking a 4-hour nap during the day didn't help at all.
Bye,
What
dude.
are we?
Holy crap.
Rolled a crit.
Yeah, apparently. And then look at those D4s. Jesus.
Dying.
As he jumps up on deck, he makes a bite attack towards the nearest crew member who's next to you, Lucky. And just like tears straight through his neck. And then turns back to look at you.
What the
So
fuck just
now it's
happened
Tony's
there?
turn. A critical.
Holy
So
shit.
Brandon, I've been putting this off, but it feels bad now. Is there a more reliable way to change out what spells I know than just changing the name of it?
Oh, definitely don't change the name. Drag it from the spells tab. Just drop it onto your sheet.
Okay.
Oh shit.
No, yeah, you're supposed to just type them all out each time.
That's me.
I really hope that hasn't been the case.
Hold
Oh,
on.
shit.
So
That's
I can't do
amazing.
anything right now because my fantasy
Because that's
ground
why I
shut
clicked
down.
on like warding bond and thunderous smite earlier. I was trying to fucking change it.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yes.
What would you be trying to do, Tony?
I was just trying to see how many people I can. I mean, I guess I would just cast Bless on the 4 people in our current party right now.
So in line of sight to you, you can see Lucky, Will, Flint. You can see a couple ship crew hands to include Blaskin. Will might be out of range. He's at the top of the mast right now.
I thought I was moving down it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's
but
when
you're
the
not in
initiative roll
reach
hit.
yet.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, sorry. I thought I made that movement before we rolled initiative. Never mind.
So that's why all of the other Sahagin are still climbing their ropes, because everyone was just this all. The surprise round was kind of the hooks coming up. Now everyone's just reacting.
Do I drag the 5e spell effect coding?
It's 3 creatures base.
Can
So
you share the map of the ship
Oh.
with me, please?
you're back in. Yeah, sure. Do I just grab this and do that?
Casting it
There you go.
at first level.
Mm,
You got 3 targets at base level.
no, I'm trying to see. I think I kind of want to scooch. Scooch over there. Because these hazard things and that H next to me is what I'm
Sorry,
gonna
that should be
assume.
another hazard, but it's the hooks. That's where their ropes are attached right now.
Right. So I'm just kind of trying to get in between it. At least in between Will and Lucky.
Sure.
And
Wait a minute, you're like halfway on a thingy.
go ahead and cast Bless. Oops.
Nice.
Okay, I'm done.
Awesome.
Oh shit. My shit's down. It wasn't my phone, now it's my headphones. Okay, BRB.
No problem. I'll let you know if you die.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Which one? They all look the same.
Racist.
Yeah, so this guy's gonna spend his turn getting the rest of the way up. No, now I just... I'm gonna... Okay, he's at the same spot as that. I just want to be able to control both of them. Or range 2060. Oh, it can be a melee or a ranged attack. I see. So this guy lands and throws. He doesn't have any more movement. Is there a penalty if I try to do a ranged attack at too close of a proximity?
If you're
Like, not
in
quite melee range.
and you don't have point or shit, what I can't remember, sharpshooter or no, a crossbow expert, then you have your attack is at disadvantage.
No, technically he's one square out of melee range. So is that just a
Then,
regular
then
ranged
there's
attack then?
No, then it's normal shoot.
Okay. Tony can technically be like on the same spot as Will as well. Well, anyway, because he's climbing down. There's really it's difficult to show elevation on this.
No z-axis.
Exactly. I'm sure there's probably a plugin I can find that like lets you put a little number next to somebody
Well, no,
for
what I've
elevation
seen
at least.
people do is draw the pointer like that, and then like how far up is he?
Oh. Cool.
How far is he from above the surface?
I wanted to say it was like 40 feet up.
Then you can do like that, and there's Will's 40 foot above the deck.
Nice. Yeah, so you get a spear thrown at you, Tony.
No, Tony. Is there a way I can check the initiative thing?
Yes.
Check the initiative?
Yes.
The cross
How to
swords
get
in your upper right corner.
Oh yeah, the combat tracker. Yes, you definitely want to see that.
Cool. All right. And there's me,
and he
all
misses.
the way at the bottom.
Maybe if you
Hey.
had been logged into the stream, you would have seen how it's set up.
Oh my god.
Well, if there's
Don't give
any
him
way to
views.
guarantee I'm not going to log into your stream, it was that exact phrase.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Who told you?
One with its bite, one with its claw. So, bite attack on Blaskin
Whiff.
does not seem to pierce any or hit any vitals.
Nope.
And then a claw attack behind it. Whoops, that didn't make it into the tray.
Hit. Oh my
Does hit
god.
with the
No.
claws.
Black skin.
I'm
You're
wounded.
So gets a good slash across like your upper chest parts.
It's
coming for your trees.
It's hard to describe. I kind of get that because I have no organs or anything. So how do you describe taking damage,
Like
right?
your chest muscle? No, there aren't muscles.
Yeah.
Your faculties have been racked.
Parts of your body have been harmed in a way that agitates you.
Your chesticles.
Yeah, your chesticles are now exposed.
And then one more
Yeah, he
surface.
he gets a cut on me and my chest plate falls off. I'm like, you son of a bitch! How
one
dare
more
you?
surfaces and starts to climb the rope behind the large one
How
there.
dare!
There.
This one goes to climb his rope. Gets up and throws a spear at Flint. Actually, no, you're up on an upper deck, so he's going to throw it at the crewman right there, because he's at the edge.
What's the H?
That's supposed to be another hazard. It's another hook. Where'd you go? Flint? No, ship crew one. Yeah, attack.
Hold up.
What?
Alright, you better not be slapping at me.
No, you're actually. It's a bad line of sight for the guy that just climbed up because you're up on an upper deck.
You goddamn right it is.
But let me read this damage again. 5, use 2-handed. Okay, so it's just the 1d6.
He's wounded as well!
Yep, unfortunately. Will,
Yes.
we just come
How
to
are
you.
doing? Yeah, I want to run down this mast and get to the deck.
What's your movement speed?
It is 30.
Okay, so you're
I'd
40
like-
feet up from the deck right now.
I'd like to make an argument that I could probably run my full 30, get to 10 feet, and then probably just jump off and land on the deck.
Every
Yeah.
10 foot's a D6 falling damage.
Yeah.
Can I
10 feet is
jump
larger
onto
than
an
it
enemy?
sounds. You can certainly try, because that's about a 10-foot jump out from the mast as well, to the nearest ones.
I'd like to try to jump onto. Oh shit! Which one?
So the one on the right threw a spear at Tony.
Oh, I'm going for that motherfucker.
I thought
Where is
so.
he? There he is. I'm going for him. I want to run. I want to run down, and then I want to make a jump at him with my swords.
All right. Make an acrobatics
Wait a
check
minute.
for the jump attack.
Let me just check one thing real quick. What does this thing do again? Ah, no, that doesn't do what I thought it did. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, I'll do. What did you say I need to do?
Acrobatics.
Okay, perfect. Acrobatics. Do you again? Do you care if it's in the tower or not?
No.
Cool.
If we were at the table, I'd have to ask you what you got anyway. Oh, you just. I set the DC on that one for 15, and you got a 15. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys watch Will. It's really weird because it's like real life but sideways. Runs his full 30-foot dash straight down the mast, pulls the two swords from like a custom scabbard he had built, so that they sit crossways on his back, and then just jumps straight out from the pole at like a 45-degree angle down towards this fish man that has just pulled himself up and thrown a spear, and makes his melee attack. Psst. Go for it.
Yes. Yay! Melee attacks. I love them. All right, let's do und first attack, which will be with Red Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Second attack. Or let me go ahead and finish that one real quick.
First
Well,
attack
that's-
with Red Dawn. The second is the Hunt for Red October.
Yep.
That's his bow's
The
name.
spring night. Oh, critical.
Oh, snap.
OPP.
And
Oh,
then
what's
I get to
that
make
now?
my third attack.
You get 3?
Yeah. Don't I?
Offhand.
Hang on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Extra, because I got extra attack.
Your 5th
do you
level, so
already-
you should have an extra attack is just being a ranger, and then your offhand is
Yeah.
your 3rd attack. That's your bonus.
Exactly.
action.
Damn.
That's what he gets for kissing boys.
Oh, that was
Almost a critical.
almost a crit.
Oh,
Do I still hang on? So for my offhand, yeah, no, I did take the thing that allows me to
Two weapon
use
fighting.
my. Yeah, I did take that. So never mind. I was about to ask a dumb question. What I hit him with? I hit him with Red Dawn. Do that. And then, oh, never mind. I was gonna say I actually also have Colossus Slayer, which would have allowed me to do more damage, but he's already dead.
so you land with both swords like straight out, and as you collapse this guy under your own weight and crash, and somehow not fall over yourself, your initial 2 attacks just both like pierce through the torso, like straight through, with the added motion or the added momentum, and then as you stand back up from the collapse of that attack, you just use like the backhand of Red Dawn to just like sever right at his neck.
Nice.
Out.
And then your third arm comes out from behind your back.
Yes, wielding my third weapon, which is
You're also
Red
there
October.
now.
It's just a stick.
Oh, yeah, but I call it Red October.
There you go.
I don't know why. One of my friends told me it would be a funny joke.
You call your third leg Red October?
Yes.
Hey man, if the hat fits.
It must be it must be late. Flint, you're up.
Me. As much as I would love to charge down this deck and save random jabroni Marconi down there from getting mauled to death, I should probably help our resident druid. Who
I
makes
think I'll
the-
probably be okay, but that's fine.
I mean, you'll probably be fine, but I don't fucking know that. As far as I know, you're jabroni Marconi 2.0.
Okay. Whatever that fucking means.
He speaks the language only the gods can understand.
I can't wait to see what he does.
I'm gonna move.
Leap off
Oh,
the
yes.
forecastle onto the other dude.
Apparently that tactic is working quite well.
And I'm going to... man. I really want to hit it.
You're allowed to.
Yeah, no one is stopping you. I'm not sure what that means.
But I also want to do like a thunderous smite, but that requires me to... I think I have to do that before. I
No,
would
you
do-
can smite after you roll. That's why you save those smites for when you roll a crit.
It says the casting time is 1 bonus action.
Yeah, it uses your bonus action to apply. Wait, what? Thunderous Smite?
Yes.
Let me look.
It says it's a concentration on my weapon.
Oh, you're doing one of
For the
the.
next hit.
You're not actually doing the smite and burning a spell slot. You're casting a smite spell.
Yes.
Yeah, so you just can't use your bonus action to cast it, and then it affects your weapon attack as part of the attack or of the casting.
So this will last up to a minute, though. So if you cast it and then miss, it's not gone.
So, but I can't do that before I attack, or can I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
you can
bonus
use your
action.
bonus first.
Well, shit. I'm gonna do that.
You should.
Absolutely. How a smite?
You should be able to have the effect you can drag onto your character.
Refresh my ability for that one.
In your list, it looks your actions. If you have it set at the very bottom on your actions tab, it should have combat for the mode and displays actions. That's at the very bottom. if it's got actions, then you'll have all the little buttons beside each of your spells or abilities.
Effects.
Yes.
So
Here,
you
I
just have
added
to
it
click-
to you.
Oh wow, what a pal. Alright. I'm now going to attempt to fucking chuck this man back into the ocean from whence he came.
I like to imagine you just like run up, pick him up by his legs, throw him, and you're like, fish belong in the water.
Alright, I gotta find my hammer.
You need to target him too. Right now, you don't have a target.
Am I targeting him now? I feel like I am.
Control click the dude.
Oh, I have to control click him.
Yes.
Super fancy. Alright.
That's just if we're trying to use the internal systems here. We can always just roll dice in
Yeah,
them.
if you don't have him targeted, you can always drag your dice and drop it on his token.
Okay, it's the first one that says it's a black dice.
Oh, that might be hard to target because the hazard's in the way. There you go. It's probably easier to target now.
Yeah, I think I'm actually targeting the flim
You have
flam and
nothing
hazard.
targeted right now. There you go. Now
There you go.
have number 4 targeted.
There we go.
You know what's great is when the next one that shows up is Sahuagin 25.
Random numbering, so it freaks people out.
Where am I? There we go.
Oh yeah, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Alright, now I roll damage, and then
Just
how do
roll
I-
your normal damage.
The extra should apply, I think. Yeah.
You hear a loud
Nice.
boom go off.
Yeah, you hear the sound of fucking thunder erupt from
Thunder. Thunder.
I don't think it's
I'm
that
gonna
staccato.
Yeah, I was like, don't give up your day job there.
Oh man, so Blaskin, you get a front row
Blaskin.
seat for this. Flint comes charging straight across the deck after this thing threw itself up off the rope, and you hear him like chanting to himself like with each step as he's running, and the head of his hammer starts to glow this really fierce crackling orange, and then he just swings it straight across like he's going for a home run, hits this thing square in the sternum, or wherever a fishy sternum would be, and you don't see the impact in the front. You see the shrapnel fly out the back of the torso with this massive, like, thunderous boom. And then the rest of it just kind of carries with momentum over the side.
Just like his ribs collapse inwards.
You
and
blew
shoot
parts of
down
him
his
out.
back.
I like to imagine it's like a Dragon Ball Z style, where the guys have like a fist go through somebody's chest by 4 feet, and then they go flying backwards.
That is exactly what happened. That was a first spell slot consumed. Excellent. That was my turn.
Awesome.
I rolled up and smoked the man attacking resident druid.
Opposed to the
So,
non-resident.
Average is like, oh, it sounds like it's going to rain. I heard thunder.
Averest
Funny
is,
you should say that, says
uh,
Blaskin as he prepares Sleet Storm.
spends a little time wondering what the hell is going on and starts to move towards the stairs. And that's his turn.
Sounds like somebody bigger than me actually jumped out of the water onto the boat. I have to investigate.
Blaskin, it's your turn.
I'm actually not going to cast Sleet Storm. I'm actually going to, let's see, how far away? How do I check a distance?
You can drag the thing from you
If
to
you
wherever.
target it, it'll show you the distance to your target.
25, and the distance from him to this guy. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to cast Hold. Are these humanoids?
They are. Let me check. Yes.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on Sahagin 6, and I'm going to use it in the third spell slot so I can target an additional enemy and target Sahagin Baron.
Hold person. Okay, so that's going to be what kind of save?
A willpower save, I believe.
Will.
The Baron might
Be
get.
wisdom.
The Baron might be able to beat me. I don't know about this little dude though. At the end of each of their
Well,
turns, they can
here,
make a Wisdom
what you
saving
need to
throw.
do is there'll be a on your whole person spell. There'll be a little D20 beside it. Just click that, and it'll make the saves for those targets that you have targeted.
Oh, neat. So all I had to do was target him in the first place. Dang.
Will it cast it at the higher level?
That's
Yes,
not
it
going to
doesn't matter.
affect his target number.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I
It,
the
it
target
doesn't.
number's the same.
It doesn't change the DC.
Baron
Failure.
rolled
Okay.
a 20 and
Oh,
made it.
the Baron did get it. Dang it.
Fuck you, Baron.
He actually rolled a dang 20. Well, the other one is actually actually, it's at the end of their, or at the beginning of their turn. At the end of each of their turns, they can make another Wisdom saving throw.
Right. So
Okay, for the duration, they
he-
still have to make it as they start too. Okay, cool.
Yes. Otherwise, it would always land, and that would be cheap because you could hold someone for a turn.
Old school D&D, you did. If you failed your save, you were held. For the
No, I
duration
mean,
of the spell.
The
Oh
way
my
he was
God.
saying it, like they would immediately like be affected by it, but could save at the end of their turn. So, but we were pointing out that yes, they do still
Dang.
need to roll initially to see if it even lands.
Right.
I was hoping to pull a cool and just paralyze the Baron, and then we could just interrogate him or something.
That would have been cool. You're gonna have a hard time talking to him, but I need to add this.
Well, we can either beat our language into him or kill him. We win either way.
All right,
Now,
listen,
I got-
you should also have an effect beside your spell for the hold. And you can click that, and it'll put it on your target.
they're just restrained.
How do I do that?
Here, I'll find it on
An
your
effect for the spell.
actions.
Yeah, beside
Oh,
it, it should
do I just
have-
click effect?
Oh, you don't have. Oh, yes, you do. So if you open up the little magnifying glass.
Yeah, I've
and
already got
see
it
that-
open.
See the weird like hobbled looking person.
Yeah.
You can drag that to the guy that's held.
Or just click it if you've got him targeted.
Oh, okay, cool.
You also, like I say, at the very bottom of your actions tab, if you have it in mode combat and display action, you don't have to hit the little magnifying glass. It'll put all those little buttons out beside the spell name.
Gotcha. Alright, well that guy is stuck there. Dang it.
At least 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You still have your movement and bonus.
I'm not probably really gonna do anything with him. I'm feeling pretty safe where I'm at. I don't really need to go anywhere.
Alrighty.
And I don't have anything I can really do with the bonus action, right now at least.
So 4 is toast, right? Yeah, 4 is gone.
3 and 4 died.
Boom. So this guy is going to take aim at the big one and try and fire a crossbow. Oh, that's a good shot. He hits him. 10 damage. Woo! And then starts reloading. The crewman number 2 is dead. That sucks.
No!
These guys kind of scramble about under the ship.
They hide under their bed.
Whoops, I'm moving them early. There we go. Nope. Wait. Yeah, nope. He's not out. Does your owl do anything? Or was
Not
that
yet.
supposed to move on your turn?
I think they go have their own, but however you want, it doesn't matter at the moment. I'm going to use him next turn, but
Okay, right now he doesn't have an initiative value.
no, you want me to roll it?
Sure, just roll a d20 or something. We'll put it in there.
So he's got a
7.
7 initiative for his dex check.
He's right in between Will and Flint.
You have the random on?
No.
Boo.
At least I don't think so. So then, coming back around to you, and I may need to cut it off here, guys, because I'm getting the notification that I'm keeping people awake well past when they should be asleep.
Ah. Which notification is that?
The wife saying
The,
come to bed.
the door opening and the evil glare.
Uh-oh.
Get her some earplugs.
Here, let's have you at least play out your turn here.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to use my Pearl of Power to recall a 3rd level slot. And that's all I'm going to do for the moment.
Oh, it just gives you one back?
Yeah, up to, if it's 4th level or higher, it's only a 3rd. But I do.
Okay.
While this pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak the command word to regain 1 expended spell slot. The expended slot was a 4th level or higher. The new slot is 3rd level. Once you use this pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Gotcha. So no movement or bonus for now?
Actually, yeah, I will move back over there.
Okay. Now you're within 5 feet of the big guy?
Depends on where you've got him positioned, because he's kind of half in and half off because he attacked crew 2.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if he's fully... If he is, then yeah, he gets a swing at me if he wants to.
Good. I think he should have been here because he had the 5-foot distance to the crew too, but I had missed the grid line. So no, you're fine. You were 10 feet out. So yes, you can move there. At the end of your turn, you're going to hear the Baron like shout something incredibly much louder than it's been giving other commands as it looks back over the side of the boat that he's on, and you hear the ropes attached to the boat like give this really intense strain both at the exact same time. The ship itself actually gets rocked to the left, and I need all the people who are on the deck to make a deck save to try and stay vertical.
Shite.
Dex save.
16, 8. 8's not good. 5's
It's
not
fantastic.
good.
I'm upset that you would
roll
even
for
say such a thing.
It's okay, I can roll on myself.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how much.
She's
you
I
back.
think you can do it, Tony.
12. I don't know if that makes it. I gotta double check this now. 'Cause
I
lost
rock this guy off the boat and immediately trip over myself.
Like, to be fair, the boat's being rocked from under you.
He made me look foolish.
Where'd it go? I didn't save it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nope, that's exactly one short. And then he's unconscious. He also sucks at that. Jesus. So, oh, and I guess since he's held, he can't control. So, hold on. Nope. Wow. Wow. So 6 also falls over.
Man, we're all really good at staying upright.
Yeah, where was it? So Flint, Lucky, and Tony are prone. Blaskin, did you even roll? No.
Oh, sorry.
Deck save.
Deck save.
That's a check. Saves are on the right-hand side.
Oh shit.
Well, it would have just been a bigger bonus, right?
Well, it depends if he's proficient with it. He would have got his that.
Oh yeah,
proficiency plus the
saves. Oh yeah, that was with the bless. Okay, no, you're fine. You just
Are
use those
all
sea
of us
legs.
blessed except for the man below deck?
Yes.
Tony should have been blessed.
Well, I didn't target myself, so I don't think.
Oh,
it
you
would.
you didn't bless yourself?
I didn't know I could.
Well, no, she had to cast it at one higher because she's got 4 of us blessed. Because its initial bless is 3 targets. For every level above
Right.
that, you get an extra target. So
Here, hold on. I can scroll back and find it. You hit Flint, Lucky, Blaskin, and Will. No, you didn't target yourself.
I wasn't aware that I could, so I didn't.
Oh,
did you
yes, that's
cast
always
it
an
at third
option.
level?
Hmm.
Third level, you would have had one more to cast.
Say
First
if she
level-
cast it at third, then she could target everybody because it's a first level spell, so it'd be 3, then 4 for
Right.
second, and 5 for third.
So, bloop. And 6. Bloop. Who else fell over? Will made it. Flint.
Yeah, Will's good.
Oh, I didn't roll for Averest.
I mean, you said everybody above deck, right? Or is he above deck now?
Well, yeah, the whole ship rocked, so really it would have. I was just looking at everybody on the boat, basically.
How dare you mince words?
I know, right? It's like I've never done this before. Nope. He also sucks at it. And who was the guy that I was rolling for? That one. And then, so it doesn't stay permanently pulled over. It's just like a one massive tug that just kind of rocks the boat really hard to one side, and then it settles back out. And I think that's where I'm going to hit pause for us tonight, so that the Baron can take his turn next time
Next time on
and eat more crew members.
I'm only sad that I couldn't paralyze him and his buddy, because that would have been hilarious.
You paralyzed his buddy, and then that made his buddy fall over, which wasn't the plan that they coordinated. So there you go.
That's it.
For now, yes.
We'll see
Actually,
you all next year.
I
Next
do really like
decade.
Old Person.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, all of those things.
Oh, 1 year closer to the extinction of the human race. Yay!
Yay!
Was it? Emily,
Down
was it
with
February
humanity.
when we started?
It was February of 2018.
I remember it like it was a year and a half ago.
You mean a year and 11 months ago? Or wait, sorry, 10 months ago.
Ah, your math was bad too.
Oh,
I mean, he can still remember it like it was a year and a half ago. He's not wrong.
Was it 18? I thought this was going on year 3 now. I guess it's 2.
Mm-mm.
no, it was 18. We're wrapping up year 2. We're getting ready to start year 3.
I can check my Reddit history if we need to, because I can find the hiring posts.
Literally, I can pull it up in my PDFs.
Say,
From all my
keeping
notes.
track of all that, at least to begin with.
Yeah, because I was taking notes and then I just stopped because I started falling asleep.
Yeah, she used to. Yeah, I've read some of her notes, and it was hilarious. She took really good notes for a while, and then they started getting a little bit. I wouldn't say sloppy, but they got a little lazier, a little more like shorter. And
You
then
could tell my depression hit bad.
a little bit, and then it's just like it just stopped in general.
First session was the February
February what?
10th.
Wow.
Wow, jeez.
It's like we have a hobby or something.
Wait a minute, that's my birthday.
Oh,
Well, happy
Fuck,
birthday.
fuck your birthday. We have a better celebration.
birthday of
Dude.
this gaming group.
Yeah, there's a reason we picked you. There's a sacrifice that needs to be made coming up.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yep.
I'm
Thank you
worried.
so much for joining us. We're very excited for when that time comes, and we hope that you survive.
No, you
Yeah, I'm
don't.
not even actually here for the D&D. I'm here for the Garrett murder.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's why we